Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Wednesday. Can you believe it? We are a week into the new year, and we have an incredible show for you tonight to celebrate as we really kick off what's really exciting and brand new. We have been working on a lot of great things for you, as you know, and although we may have wrapped up a big sale event, let me tell you, the sale event prices keep on going. It is, can't just have pieces be up to normal pricing. We got to ease you into some great big values here tonight, and trust me, I'm going to make up for the fact that there may not be a big banner there in front of your eyes. We're going to bring you amazing values. We've got huge discounts on a couple of pieces that remain available from the event that we just didn't get a chance to show you. Inevitably, there's always going to be some stragglers from the inventory, but also a lot of brand new that we've been working on, which of course, you know, one of the greatest things about that event was not only the prices in the moment, but also the great values it brings us today because, well, the melting down of metals, which we can do because being our own manufacturer and all, we can bring you some great values even when it is brand new, so we don't have to do what today's gold prices dictate. So it's a pretty exciting time to be shopping for something. If you fall in love with a piece of jewelry, it is going to be here at a great value. That is what I can promise you. So here's what we're going to have tonight. Just a few highlights to tell you about. It is a very special blue zircon pendant that we're going to bring that's very affordable as well. We have a stunning diaspore. It's a really good one. And then maybe my favorite, I know so many of you have blue wings already, but if you don't yet have a blue wing block D, there is this beautiful brand new mounting that's very star-like, very beautiful, bright, and all with fancy cut diamonds that are all tapered baguettes. We're going to see that on the way, as well as some diamond earrings for you as well. Now, we do have a couple of great pieces that are one of a kind, a really big blowout on a Tanzanite pendant, a Moonstone. Our first ever Moonstone in a fancy cut tonight. We're going to see one. Now, they've all been fancy cuts, to tell you the truth. But we are very excited to have you see a really cool kite cut that we have for you. I know that's going to go in a hurry. It is stunning. It also has a really important diamond with it. And we've got a couple of really cool wheels. We're going to bring Ferrari in a wheel. So just 3 pieces, so let's not get overly excited. They're going to be gone very quickly. But we have some of those designer pieces you've been loving, the multicolored diamonds, but also some aquamarines that are all brand new, really classic setting styles in mountings. Those are coming up for you, as well as one of our newer, hotter designs in necklaces, a compass look, and also a very big Tanzanite. If you want the Superstar Emerald cut, we've got it. So lots to get to tonight. If you have any requests, give me a call. We'll help you out with those immediately. Did have a request. Actually, so many of you have been raving about pieces you've been getting from the last few days, and so I was really excited to hear a lot of you looking for something in diamonds to go with that 3-stone diamond ring. So I've actually got the pendant that's going to match that as well. So lots to get to. I'm going to start you with a necklace here, though. We've got a very important necklace coming up. Take a look at this one on the hand. We'll start there because it's actually the way it drapes. It's going to give you this really fabulous design. That is the back, and then here is the front. And the way this is looking like a tiered style, and you'll just give it like a little shake here so that when you put it on, it's going to sit so that every one of these strands, if you will, is going to be draped to perfection. And the truth is, it looks a little better on the neckline than it does on the hand. Well, go figure, that's where it's going to be. And it's 111-4319. So a wonderful piece from the vault that I would have loved to bring you during our big event. But again, not every single piece got here. So we get to bring you a few holdovers here tonight, which is very exciting. So this is going to be our star design. Now, you're probably wondering, how on earth did they get a star cut in a diamond? Well, the truth is we actually have these fancy kite cuts together, 5 of them making up the star design, and then this beautiful way that all these chains cascade, and yet they're never going to tangle because they all are brought together at a point that's about 2 inches away from the center. So it gives you a lot of great, again, wearability in that these are not, you know, it's the layered style that we see all over the place that's harder to achieve sometimes. And then this is your adjustability. You've got that multi-dimension as far as the way it sets. It could be 16, 17, 18 with those different O-rings there. Lobster claw closure, which is excellent. And then 43 points in your kite cuts and 8 points on the sides because those are indeed bezel set diamonds that are going to be that, just again, kind of that diamonds by the yard element among those 3 draped styles. So let's take a look at it on so you get a better idea of what it's going to look like from a distance, because there is something so, again, very complex looking, but so easy to wear. And that's what I love. There's an inherent designer look to it. The star is amazing. We're going to see it up close next, so you'll get a really good idea actually of how that's put together, because that's really what's so fascinating about it, is the fact that indeed you've got that star made up of diamonds. And then of course the chains are going to puddle because they rely on being on your neckline to do what they do, but we're awfully excited to have this for you. So 43 points plus the 8, so you're going to get just over a half carat in diamonds, but it's in the white gold only. It's one only as well, and a happy Wednesday indeed. We're so glad you're all with us. It's really nice to again have your company with us tonight. Really means a lot. I think you guys are the true devotees of TVON, certainly, that join us on a Wednesday right here at the beginning. And don't forget that we've got an incredible show for you, and you do not want to miss it. So, yes, the shopping is not done. We got so many amazing values, and we will show you that our everyday values are like everyone else's sale prices, and yet we can bring you those really awesome deals. But look at this, one only, great gift idea as well. I just think without any sizing worries, you've got a gift potential idea here, as well as the fact a lot of gold, and that is something where I think we're thankful that old item number that it was put together in an era a long time ago, because you know, even if we made it a year ago or 2 years ago, that'd be a lot more than where this is going to be tonight. So one only, again, stays in the white gold. That is just such a beautiful necklace, and it's another one of those examples that if I got to shop before the show started, this wouldn't even be here. I'd be owning this in a heartbeat because A, the beauty, the uniqueness, the styling, it's so different, but also the fact that as we take a closer look at those diamonds and how they are put side by side, and then it almost looks like a little heart shape in a way of your end caps of gold that you have. Doesn't it just give a slight flair for that little kind of design that really just meets where the diamonds do? Not in the middle, there's no gold between the diamonds, but actually right at the end points to really complete it and obviously keep those stones secure. But let's make this really affordable. And if you want to dial in early, listen, we learned the lesson. I know a lot of people learned the lesson the hard way over the sale event, how important it is to dial in early. Before you even see a price tag, get ready for that big value because they are going to be on point tonight. Promise you that. You're going to love shopping this show, and we're going to do this, what normally would be $34.99 back in the olden days. We're going to do a lot better than that for you, so come on in. It is not a time to wait if you want any of these values today, especially when I've got still a lot of one-of-a-kinds. That's really what we specialize in. So let's blow this out. We'll make it $999. I have more than accounted for. You know, there's going to be maybe not your extra 10% off, but trust me, I'm taking care of you there. Because if you took 10% off even $3,000, that'd be $26.99. Instead, we brought it down to under $1,000 for you to make that easy and to make it affordable. So welcome on into Wednesday. We're glad to have you with us. And again, get requests in if you happen to have any requests. Otherwise, sit back and let all the brand new come your way, because we've been working really hard on some of these really cool brand new. And then we've got our little wheel. It's going to be some very affordable of the new Sararis that we've been bringing the last couple of weeks that you've been loving, which are in the multicolored diamonds. So we'll bring that as well, a trio of those new rings, and then diaspora and zircon and diamond hoops that are very unique. And then that Tanzanite. Oh, that Tanzanite. We'll get to that Moonstone coming up, but again, $9.99 only, a beautiful value there, and all that really premium. I mean, think about how much gold you have in a necklace like this. Not only does it go up to 18 inches, but the 3 separate chains, and I know it doesn't look like much here, but remember, those are those draped or like nested, if you will. It gives you the layered look without having to layer anything or worry about, let's face it, it's inevitable that when you're layering in a traditional sense, it's usually going to be within a couple of moments a big tangled mess. And then you're wondering, okay, so that looks great when you hold still for a magazine shoot, but what about practical everyday women who actually want to live in their jewelry? What do you do when you've got that layered look, but then in a minute they're tangled? This is giving you that layered look without having any kind of, you know, impractical or worry about it or always messing with it throughout the day. So let's take a look at this. We've got a really special zircon, but I want to get to that new in our Moonstone because it is so fabulous. And out of all the great cuts we've seen in our Moonstone, this is one we have not had, and I'm very, very proud of it. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show this right up close. Okay, first, I mean, love at first sight. I know, another one that would not be here if I could shop before the show started, but thankfully for you, I can't. This is your opportunity right now to get our new Moonstone. This is going to be a little bit of a test of who's with us as well, because let's face it, the Moonstones haven't stuck around ever since we brought these faceted stones. Whether it's a faceted round, a faceted trillion, a faceted cushion, a faceted emerald cut, they've been great. Instead of the cabochon, which is more traditional. Here's where you're getting our first ever kite cut. So giving a little bit of those step facets we would see in an azure or an emerald cut, which we've had, but bringing it to you in a way that's a little more elongated so you get something very, very special. It is beautiful. And again, we saw If we didn't have all these lights in here, I'll tell you what, you see even more of the colors. So whatever you see, imagine that, but better, more saturated in the colors you're getting here as we take a look at it. This gets better at home. It really does. Most of our jewelry does. It's 111, or actually, oh no, 113. Look at that. We did get into our 113s. Yes. Thank you. Our star necklace is sold. Congratulations on that. And trust me, everything will go tonight. That's how I'm pricing things. So I hypothesized on Sunday, I wonder if we were near the 113s, and here we are. 113001. It was like it was intended to be our very first item of our new collection. And I just bring it out because I think it's super cool and it's beautiful. It really is. It's our private collection Moonstone. It's a carat 99, so you're getting a nice big size, but look what we did. Paired it up with an equally special diamond. We got the really cool rhombus cut diamond, which mimics a little bit of the look of the kite. Now the kite's a little more elongated. You see how all the facets are different links there on the top and the bottom. The rhombus, however, is going to be where your bail is. That's going to be one diamond that has all the same size faceting on the side. So it's going to be our 199 with the 29 point of the rhombus cut diamond up top. And so you've got really matching here, really thematic. Thank you on our star necklace. Enjoy that. It's going to be that kind of show where these one-of-a-kinds go very, very quickly, but we got to get you a measurement on this one. A first look, not going to last long. We know that. And for all of you that have the rings already, what a beautiful way to get something to match it. No doubt about it. Look at this against the hand here and all those great colors that make it really easy to wear as far, yes? Okay, so our star necklace is back. So who did we, I hate to say reject, but who did we turn away on the star necklace? Miss A? And anybody else that we know of? Okay, so for everybody who missed out on the star necklace, we have, it came back. So you can go ahead and call right now and get it, okay? So sold but not sold. All right, so I love selling things 2 and 3 times. But, you know, because everyone says to me, how do you sell? Because like my colleagues in the business, they get to sell 10,000 everything. And they're like, how do you sell one-of-a-kinds all day? Isn't that challenging? Yes, it is. But I make it more fun by just selling it twice. So give us a call if you want that star necklace. We will, again, I'm so sorry we turned you away. We had someone that you jumped the gun there. But here it is. This is our pendant, and it's going to be 7/8 of an inch top to bottom. Let me show it to you on the neckline as well so you can see what that's going to look like from a distance here. And then, of course, that go with everything, the iridescence, the beautiful tones of color that come on through, and that beautiful, look at that. I mean, you're seeing every bit, and we're farther away here just to show you the size and the scale, but you can still see every single color that's coming through. Not to mention that almost 1/3 of a carat fancy cut diamond that's right up top. We'll go back up close for you and give you one big value. It sounds like we already have this one claimed, probably. It's going to be one of those where we haven't seen too many pendants. We've seen the earrings more often than we've seen pendants in the Moonstone in these fancy facet patterns, and I'm supposed to be getting, well, $38.88. I will try something different for you because I want to make this as feasible as possible. And call me again for anybody who we turned away on that star necklace. Please call me back. We have it available. I'm so sorry. Someone said sold. They didn't really mean it. So you get a chance to get it right now if you're first on the phone line. So that's the way this works. Okay. So call me on the star necklace. That's still here. And then here we are with this one of a kind where, again, you want value, you're getting value. $38.88 minus your $388. Think about where that would be. You've got it still right around $3,400. We're going lower than that just to get it done and get this out the door and make you happy. I promise you values that are going to be, if you can be, keep a secret with me, these are going to be better values. I've come out of plenty of sales in my lifetime of doing this 2.5 decades. I've come out a lot of sales here where when you come out of a sale, there's got to be a little bit of a transition. You can't just come to full bore pricing. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to keep on giving you values that are quite frankly, and you know values, you know prices. You don't need a banner to tell you it's a good deal. You know by looking. You know by looking at the piece, the carat weights, and then of course the price that I give. You know a value when you see it, and that's what you're going to see all night long. So get ready because this one's not even $3,000 or even $2,000. I should be getting $19.99 is a great value. We're going to go lower than that. It's not 19, 18, 17. I really want to make sure those values are spot on today. So here's what I'm going to do. I almost said, I was like torn between day or night. I don't know. It's like right in the middle right out here. It's like, it's not really night. I'm always tempted to say today now because these night shows are not really nighttime here. But here's what we'll do. It's still daytime. The sun is still out. But we're going to make this, you know what, even better than $16.99, $15.99. I'll blow it out for $1,499. First caller on that one. And are you going to give Miss A call back? Then this is already sold. So that we can help her, or do we have to? Oh, okay. No, I was saying, is there someone else who we know that we, okay, so, all right, so that's going to be that. Now let's show you this. This one's gone. Let me show you this on the hand here because it's a pendant and brooch, and we love the pendant brooch combinations because it just brings so much more versatility in how you wear it. It's item number 112, 1468. I'll move that Moonstone pendant aside, and that's going to be that. Now here we are with this star rubies, actually. Yeah, they're definitely star rubies here. So that's going to be a really special look. I'll show it to you up close, but I want you to see the sense of the size and scale right now. 1.5 inch in length in the 18 karat solid gold. That's a lot of gold. And in today's gold world, where last I heard, which was overnight on Sunday, it was $44.68, I want to say, per ounce. So closer to 45, here it goes again. So keep in mind, 18 karat gold gives you that much more of the purity in gold, which means even that much more value when I discount it. That's what it looks like from a distance. It's actually a little bit over 1.5 inches. And then you've got the option to wear it with the pin is right behind this longer portion. So you've got a way to wear it as a pin or as a pendant. And there are bails in multiple places. So you can even wear it north to south like it is here or east to west. You can even utilize, so if you wanted to, there are 2 bails right up top here, one here and one here. So you can wear it like this if you want, if you put your chain through both of them, okay? No problem. But it's really giving you versatility here, and it's got that very, whether it's, you know, Paloma Picasso or Elsa Peretti or whoever those great who are artistes that become jewelry designers, because, you know, jewelry is art. Let's face it, it really is. So when you look at pieces, it gives me a very strong reminder here of something that you're getting here in a beautiful, bold, but looks very decidedly designer. That's going to be it right there. We'll take a look at it again. That's just the east-west. There's the north-south. Of course, you can wear it this way as well for another north-south. So again, kind of that kidney style, but we got to take you up close to look at the 288 in these star rubies, because those are so important. Every one of them has got that really gorgeous star. So how about that? 6 different star rubies, then the diamonds as well at 28 points. And this one, watch this blowout. You remember when this started at $49.99, and that's why it's here. It was $5,000, and I don't know many people who are going to spend $5,000 on a brooch. It's just a tough, tough, tough sell. But remember, it's a pendant as well, a million ways to wear it. We're in the wintertime months, so it's definitely a piece where you're probably wearing that coat, and you maybe want to dress that up sometimes, put that brooch on the lapel, wear it in different ways. Maybe you're wearing a hat. I'm a hat lover. I love a good hat. We don't get a lot of chance to wear them out here in Southern California, but like a good, like wide-brimmed hat. Give me some, you know, ribbon detail where I can add a brooch. Some of the best designers in the world, they create their own hats. They do hats with costume jewelry brooches, and guess what? They're a fortune. Why? Because of the brooches that's attached to the brim. So you can do your own styling here and really have something that is rare as can be, because you're also getting that 18 karat gold. Most luxury in gold is right there, and those 6 star rubies, which is pretty fabulous, and the big diamonds between them, and then the pave along the sides. We're going to do this right now for under $1,000. Pause for reaction. It's $9.99. So that might be more of a, oh, that's a gasp. What we would say is, are you clutching your pearls right now? It's clutching pearls in a good way, because who does that on designer jewelry, let alone something that you can wear in so many different ways, like you can this pendant brooch option. So that's really impressive, and it's only going to be $9.99, which is absolutely bonkers when you consider what all is there, from the metal to the stones to the diamonds, etc. And that might just be your first foray into the world of brooches, because who could resist a $9.99 price tag on that one? So that's what I would highly recommend there. We've got other fancy cut pendants. I know the Moonstone went fast. We will bring you a very special Tanzanite that feels very much like its kid sister, because it's the same kind of cutting. So we'll see that. Also have some designer earrings here. We'll get to our aqua wheel, and I know we'll do our sorority pieces in about 10 minutes because you've been loving them. And I have some of our more affordable versions here tonight that are going to bring you all those multicolored diamonds in gold, in designer, but of course a really, really fabulous TVON price tag. So that's $9.99. Let's keep on moving. I've got this really special Tanzanite. Well, as quickly as the Moonstone went, I would expect this to go perhaps even faster. And the Moonstone went long before I even gave it the lowest price, and that is something that I think tells you a little bit about what value is all about. So this is obviously this fancy cut in the Tanzanite, and let's bring this forward here so you can see what this is all about. And I really want you to see the diamond and the Tanzanite, because they're equally as important. The Tanzanite is blue winged block D in a fancy cut. The diamond is also a fancy cut. It's a trillion in that yellow diamond that is brilliant. Trillion cutting. It's going to be $112.95. $25.92, and that's a one only as well. So hop in on the phone lines very, very quickly and we'll help you out with it. But we have a very, very special fancy cut. This is also a kite cut. So let's go fly a kite, shall we? We're going to watch it fly on out of here, I can tell you that, because this is the 337 and it's a value indeed, because it also has this really outstanding 19-point diamond, which is our big diamond in the trillion, plus it's that natural yellow, which we so enjoy seeing because, well, inventive, right? A fancy cut deserves a great mounting. You can't just stop at the bail. I'm always amazed, like, wait a minute, come on. I see all these great designers that do beautiful stones and then they have great designs that lack a little bit. Then I see vice versa, where you'll see a great design with really unattractive stones that aren't that quality. That I think really it has to all work together. And with jewelry, I think one thing being a little off can tend to ruin the overall aesthetic, and that can be a little bit of a detriment. And I think we all see that a lot, right? Beautiful stones, not so great mountings, great designs, maybe not so perfect stones. We really bring it all, and so we believe in, if we're going to have a real superstar of a stone like that in the center, it should have a great bail as well. And this time we said, let's just skip the bail, so to speak, and just let it be less utilitarian and more beautiful with that big important yellow diamond right there up front. So you've got that yellow diamond looking so, so good, and the trillion cut that we adore, and get ready for a wonderful price here, especially when we know there's a lot of people that want the pendant to match to the collection. And yet you have blue wings, but you may not have this cut, and that's okay. That's actually, I think, preferable, because I think when sometimes, and I don't know, maybe this is just kind of the way I grew up, you know, looking at a lot of costume jewelry. Still do. I admire jewelry of all different sorts. But when I see like a matching set where everything is exactly uniform and everything's the same, it cheapens the look to me. It reminds me of those box sets you would see as a kid where you're maybe buying like a little costume jewelry for like $17, and it's like the matching earring, the matching necklace, and the matching ring. That to me sometimes looks a little bit more kind of basic, and I really like if you can match the color and the quality of your Tanzanite, that's what you're going for here. But you've still got a cut that's going to differ from, let's say, your emerald cut, your ovals, your rounds. So take a look at this on the hand here. I will get you a look from a distance, and we'll show you that perspective there, and then get you a look at it with the ruler here also, so you can see what that's all about. But the 337 is a good size, and yet still every bit the color you want to see. There it is at 7/8 of an inch top to bottom. And of course, we only have this one, stays in the yellow gold. Here's what it looks like from a distance away. Now that's pretty. And again, the trillion meeting up with the point, the narrow point of that kite cut, really working its magic here. Stunning, stunning, stunning look, and we're going to take it on down. I'm going to show you up close again so you can see that one more time. Get on the phone lines early. You see things are going quickly, as for obvious reasons here. When you've got the values you do, the great details in the design, and that yellow diamond superstar. And let's go ahead and bring it on down for you. And if you're loving your Tanzanite ring or your Tanzanite earrings, great to have the whole complete set. And yet that fancy cut, really remarkable and fits nicely, kind of nestles nicely in the neckline. I think really a good shape for that area of the body. And we're going to take it on down below 59. Look at that, $59.99 should be. Yeah, I'm going to try something a little different here. And we have one and one alone, so this is why you want to just dial in. And I'll keep on showing pieces until they go. We know it's early on a Wednesday, and listen, we've been off for 2 days, so a lot of people forget. And then, you know, Wednesday we'll recap everything throughout the show, and then boom, they're gone. So everything from the evening goes, because you can't bring the best values in luxe fine jewelry and have anything stay. It just doesn't work that way. So we see everything go. It's just a matter of time, and we're giving you some great big values right up front on our new and our fashion forward and our really big status pieces. So take a look at this. Not going to be 59, 49, 39, or 29. Going to take it a lot lower than that for you, and we only have this one. So you do want to dial on the early side here and give us a quick call. Let's make it better than $19.99 as well. Even better than $19.99. There it is again, just making sure you see everything all at the same time. How beautiful this is, the stone, the diamond, everything. We'll make it $18.88. Final call on that one, and only about 30 seconds there. And then we've got a new sphene pendant too, one of our color change varieties. I brought out some big yellow diamonds that are lighter yellows, but they're in trillions. So if you like that trillion there, we've got an earring that would go with it. Have some designer earrings. We'll get to our little sorority wheel here coming up because we only have 3 pieces today, and I decided let's put them all at one great price and one super low price. More affordable than all the rest have been. So we'll do that coming up. Don't forget about our draped star necklace design that's so pretty. The way that that drapes in the neckline, we've got that one for you with all those kite cuts. So it's kind of like a theme of the day so far. We're seeing a lot of kite cuts. We saw it in our diamonds put together to make the star. We saw the Moonstone. Now we're seeing the Tanzanite here as well. So what a day to be shopping the great deals and of course the really unusual. Look at this. This is a blue zircon in a round. Now this one can be changed in the gold color. So let's try to look past the yellow because I know historically we see zircons be very, very popular, especially the blues. We love them in the white gold. So you've got that option for you. And it's 1128449. So you've got a really important value here. It's going to be our big 180 on the blue zircon, so a real nice superstar kind of size there. And something important about the rounds, we know that, taking that double refraction that occurs naturally in the stone, but making it so much more wild. And that's what you have here, this ultimate double refraction. The rounds help bring that out. It's like you put the double refraction and you give it that extra oomph. And you get also diamond weight at 67 points. That would be one row. It's going to go all the way underneath the stone, so the center like so. And then isn't this pretty how it's floating up above? So you can actually appreciate some more of your stone than just the top, which is just showing you the table and the crown facets. You get to see the culet. You get to see some of the pavilion of the stone. You get to see the way the diamonds are running right on through from one side to the other and all the way underneath, plus the big diamonds that are in that halo. So all the way around, just over 2/3 of a carat in the diamond weight. We have white, yellow, or rose. Again, you can choose if you want yellow. It's pretty simple. We ask your size, we get it sized for you, we do that for free, and then we send it out to you. If you would rather have a different gold color, give us a few extra days, we'll make that happen for you in the white or the rose. But you got one chance to pick it up. We'll make sure it's under $5,000, $49.99 for the zircons out of Cambodia, especially the bright, a neon blue like that. That's a very important value already. We're taking it significantly less, and only one caller gets it. So welcome into Wednesday, a wild Wednesday, a what's hot Wednesday, a what's new Wednesday. I don't have an entire show in news, so we're getting in some of these pieces as well that, guess what, would have been $4,500 on sale. For anybody who's going, I missed the sale. I know, me too, but here's the problem. I still need to move jewelry even after the sale ends. So instead of getting it for $4,500, you get a better value. And that's what you need to understand is we're going well under $2,000. If you can be quick, there's a one only opportunity here and it will be gone. And it's less than even $19.99. I'm going even lower than that for you. So we'll make it $1,888 on this one as well. Have the pendant and the Tanzanite here for you. Now you can get the zircon ring in that somewhat of a bridge style because it is diamonds go underneath side to side. So that gives it that little bridge element without being too wide, without being too complicated, but also there is the gold of 3 rings. I mean, look at how it's made. This would be one band, the middle row with the diamonds is another, and then the outside. So it's like you have 3 rings in one that are all coming together here for you. So that's very, very impressive. So let me try it on, and then what we're gonna do is see who's got it for $1,888, and that is what it looks like from a distance away. And you cannot stop the sparkle on these zircons. They're very, very impressive. So we've got our little sorority trio coming up next, and then we're going to do our diamond solitaire. I know Kim was asking for it because Kim was in love with her 3-stone ring, raving about the big diamonds she got her hands on and said, how do you guys do it? Wow, wow, wow. How do you do it? The big diamond values. Well, we've got a pendant to match. So if you have any of our big diamond bands or just want a great solitaire that's wearable, we'll have that for you. But let's get to our new designer sorority wheel. Now, I'm not going to have 50 pieces on a wheel. We're going to have 3, but we have a trio and I'll take it because usually only get 2 a day. So I'm going to show you 3 different rings all at one time here, and we're going to show you your pick of, this one's first, the more like a ribbon knotted style with all the greens, the purples, the fawns, the yellows. And look at that. I love that pinky. That's a real pinky fawn there on the right side of the ribbon. So that's option 1. I have 2 more for you. It's going to be, do you want the pear-shaped cluster? Wow, those are big diamonds too. And all these different colors. Now, I have not been able to put several together before. Usually they're onesies, and these are still onesies, but usually I put them on one at a time. We're going to give a choice of, because I felt like they were similar enough to where in design elements where we could just put them all together, but we get to give you a better price as a result. Showing you 3 rings in one, spending a little less airtime to get 3 rings out the door, and they're all signed Sorari in the back, and I think we know that that's a big time designer who has great retail products and has great retail places to go, what we're doing is we're giving you a better value than anyone can. And I mean anyone, even on TV. And so even though, yes, we are on TV, yes, we are, these are your beautiful, I love that, Tony, I don't know how you got their font correct and everything, but I do enjoy that. So well done. But we have the 3 for you. And the great news is usually what are $4,000 and $5,000 and screaming out of here, these are a lot more affordable for you, but they are one only still each. So that's really important to keep in mind as we get into this bottom of the hour here. This is our first hour, but we're halfway through it already, so only have 2.5 hours left in the show. Want to make sure you get in on these natural designer diamond pieces. I know this is something that is about as high rung as it gets in the fine designer world, because A, you're getting solid gold, and B, more importantly even than that, are the colors of diamonds you have, and in each one a collection of. So it's not 1 or 2 diamonds, it's not a little, you know, just accent here, it's all different colors. There are no white diamonds in any of these rings, so that's very important. And I'm going to walk you through the carat weights, because although you're getting a lot of gold for each and every one of them, want to get you familiar with the kinds of diamond weights you're getting, because we have the finer pave that you see on the left, which makes up the marquise shape, or you can go with the pear shape, or you can go with that knot design, which has the larger individual diamonds, I would say there. So as far as total carat weights, we're at 41 points here, but there is a whole lot of gold, because when you construct that marquise shape, you're getting really nice and elongated. Plus this gives you the solid plain mirror finish band, and then the diamonds. And of course, well, this one does have that white diamond halo, but look at this, the pinks, the purples, the greens, the yellows, all the way through. And I love that perfect pave. So that's going to be a total weight of 41 points. The next 2 are going to be really close to 1 carat. We've got the knotted design in the middle, that's 95 points. And then over here, you're actually getting this pear-shaped design made up, of course, the round brilliance. That's actually 96 points in the diamond weight overall. So if you're looking for a larger diamond weight, those are the 2 options that I would seriously consider here, the knotted or the pear shape, but it is up to you. So now we get to bring you a better value than even where they would have been had they been on my Sunday show or my Saturday show or my last week or a month ago or 6 weeks ago. They would have been $39.99, and guess what? They would have flown out of here, because every piece from this designer had and did that I ever showed you since the actual material debut. Do you realize that? There have been rings, earrings, a pendant or 2, not many, and that's it. We've had every single one of them go. From, oh gosh, there's been dozens and dozens of pieces here. All of them have found their home. So there obviously is something going on with the design that we're loving, but also the value, because nothing is going to sell just because it's pretty around here. We have a bunch, and I love you guys for this, that you really demand a great value. It's not just pretty jewelry. We are also looking for value. We are a very value-centric company. We are about quality first, and value has to be there with it. Otherwise, we don't bother. And this is why we're so thrilled to bring you these 3. Let's take a look at them and get ready to try them on for you, because again, those carat weights differ. You tell me which one you like, left, right, center, or you can say marquise, pear shape, or the knot in the middle. But what are they not? $39.99. They're not even close. They're not even $3,000 or $2,000 or even $1,999. We're going to have a value here. It is a value story, and nobody's called in yet, and that's a shame, because there's going to be fights on those pieces, because out of all my sorority I've had, none of them have been this affordable. So not $19.99, I'm going lower. So let me know, operators, which one you love. Please tell me once you're confirmed and verified, because again, we got pieces up here that should never ever be $19.99. You know that because you see them elsewhere. You don't even have to go in the store. You don't need to go into a retail store, and you don't even need to board a cruise ship to go see, because they're on TV probably right now. They're always on, right? They're on. And yet we have the best values, which is also why I don't have 50 of them. I've got 3. Yes. We're already loving the right side. Me too. Let me try it on for you. That's going to be $98.55. That's the pear shape. It's finished beautifully on the inside. It's 96 points, and they said, give me the one with the most diamond weight. Or maybe it's the one they just like the best. But either way, you're not spending $19.99, everybody. We're going a lot lower than that. They're not even $1,500. You let me know which one you love. They're all going to sell. I've never had a sorority piece stay, not one of them. And I've brought you dozens and dozens and dozens over the last couple of weeks. Oh, by the way, don't sell them at $14.99. I'm going even lower than that. And we are very, very busy now because, well, we've never seen a price tag quite like this on a ring here, from this very highfalutin, well-respected, renowned designer. And so if you want to have, because we're our own designer, but we don't have like this name of TVON that sells in stores, right? You don't go to the department stores and see TVON. We're only here. We exclusively design for our television network and for our own little boutique. We just happen to be a boutique that doesn't have a storefront. We're just making it a little easier. And that a storefront's great, but you can't reach a lot of people when you have one store in Baldwin Park, California. So instead, we broadcast to a broader audience to give everybody the opportunity to own fine natural gems. Now, this is a designer that's out there. That's why you know it so well. And here's what we'll do instead of 14 or 13 or 12. Operators, let me know which one you like. Once you know, we are verifying already on the pear shape and the knot and the marquise. That's all three. Let's make it even better, guys. They're not $12.99, yes. The middle as well, the knot design is going on the hand next. Look at how these are finished on the inside, by the way, as you would expect any great designer piece to be finished. So there's your finishing on all three of them. Marquise on the left, knotted design in the middle, and then the pear shape in the center. Here's what that pear shape, rather the knotted design looks like on the hand. That's so pretty. Remember when we used to do like tie a string around your finger for remembrance, like for, you know, a little reminder. Maybe it's a little, you know, reminder to you, or maybe it's significant. Well, that could be the same kind of thing, but in a really high-end way to do it. Oh, by the way, they're not $12.99. Let's get them out the door. Who wants the knot? Who wants that big pear? I think that pear shape may already be spoken for. When they're gone, they're gone. And you've got yellows and greens and fawns and pinks and purples and a whole array of all natural from the earth diamonds. And they're not even going to be $12.99. Which one do you like? The knot design, maybe verifying. So, okay, the knot is gone? Oh, it's gone already? Like gone for good? Like for sure, because I already did this earlier and then it came back. So just making sure. But let's do better than $12.99. They're already selling, guys. I think we have shown you the greatest value we've had. I know that. We're going to make it even better. And let's blow them out for $1,199 a ring. That's it. And then, so the knot is officially gone, Andy, is that right? Knot is gone. All right, so the knot is gone. The pear shape is still here at the moment, though. That was the one we had first verifying. And then the marquise as well. So again, really fabulous idea there. And yet two left. It's either the 41 points on the left side, which is that marquise shape, which does have that little border of white diamonds around it. And then, of course, you've got the pear shape, which goes even bigger on the greens and the yellows and the champagnes and the pinks there as well. And that's going to be your choice, $11.99. But you are getting 96 points in diamond weight on the right side, so more than double what you get on the left. It's just a matter of, but there's more gold weight in the left side, if that makes sense, because you're doing that longer style of marquise, so that's really important as well. So bear with us if you're waiting on hold. We've got a few operators, but not enough. So just bear with us if you're waiting to get through, and we'll have someone with you shortly. And don't forget about the 96-point pear-shaped design. That style is, that one's gone. Congratulations. So it's just one left, and it's the 41-pointer here, which is going to have the white diamond border and such pretty pinks there all the way throughout, and that's 9856. 112-9856, the 41-point in that marquise shape. So congratulations, and we will move right along as soon as that's gone. We have another trio coming up. Actually, it's coming up soon, like top of the hour. 23 minutes from now, we're going to bring you some 3-stone aquamarines, the classic settings in the best aqua out there, which is all we provide, which is that Sierra Santa Maria we love. So I'll have those for you as well, and this is also $11.99. And then we'll bring the new color change sphene pendant. Also have some really pretty designer earrings that were stuck in the vault. They did not get here on sale, and that's okay, because I will bring you a better than sale price on those gorgeous, like ear crawler designs almost, which is a term I don't love, but there's so many ways to wear them. So we'll show you how that's going to work, because you actually have a post near that, near kind of the intersection where they start underneath around there, but then they can flare down and kind of border the face, or they can go up the ear as well. It just depends on how you put them on. So they can also be worn like as if you have multiple piercings, but if you're saying, I don't want to go get multiple piercings, that's okay too. That design will help achieve that look like you do, like you're wearing more than one earring at one time. So kind of a fun one there. So we'll see those before long. Also have the, oh, I brought out a conch pearl that happens to be very affordable. It's one of the most exotic stones in the world. And it is our conch pearl with chain. It's a pendant. and it's going to have diamonds as well. So we'll see that coming up. Great value here. And again, I'm so sorry we have so many calls in queue here, but we're going to keep moving. Let me know if you want the marquise shape there in that particular piece, and then we'll show you this one, which has that. There's a little beauty mark there in the conch pearl. These are natural stones after all. They're much like pearls. You wouldn't expect many pearls to be flawless. The conch pearls are much the same. They are derived from those queen conch sea snail shells, and it's 1126-031, and this is our conch pearl round, which has a platinum setting and a platinum chain. You're getting all of that, and then that 107, very tough to get, a 1 carat plus in the conch pearl, but also in the round, which again, we don't cut these stones. They are naturally derived. They're like pearls. You don't really do any polishing or faceting. You don't do any perfecting. You rely on the mollusk to do all the work. So being a living organism, just as we are living beings, we're not all perfect. I mean, some of us are, okay, like Tony, but the rest of us, not all perfect. Well, neither are the organic gems of the world until you come across one that, well, pretty darn close. It's got that round, it's that pretty pink, it's got those little, I love the little elements that make it unique to its own, because you've got those little, almost like a golden color that's coming through. It's just the way the pearl was grown inside the sea snail shell, which is a very large shell, but yet when it does produce a conch pearl, it's on the smaller side. So to get over a carat is actually quite a headline there. We'll come in a little closer on it as well so you can see it. And then notice the diamond, fold over diamond design here with the pave. Diamond weight on this one, 16 points. And it's in the platinum with the chain. It's that fold over design, so it really anchors the piece, but it's almost like a bridge mounting was made into a pendant here. Reminds me a little bit of the bridge elements we'll see in rings. I'll show it from a distance on the hand here. And you are getting this chain, which is adjustable. It's 18 inches to start, or you can make it short as you'd like, but look at how pretty that is with the softness of the pink. And again, those little golden beauty marks you're not going to see from any distance. You can see already here, we're only a couple feet away. You don't make that out. So it really is just that beautiful pink color. The richer the better. You're getting that real true pink there, and then it's got that basically 5/8 of an inch. I'll try it on the neckline for you as well, so you can see what it's going to look like from a longer distance away and how wearable. And there's that adjustability with the chain. You see right to the left side of the clasp, that's actually going to be a little sliding bead. You can actually adjust it that way. So slide it in to make it a little shorter if you'd like. Okay, we'll go back up close and we'll make this very, very affordable for you. It's a one only. That's the key here, and it's not going to be $39.99. We'll go a lot lower than that. It's actually going to, I'm going to go under $1,500, which doesn't happen often on conch pearls, but we're going significantly less than $15 or $14 or $13.99. Let's make it $1,299 for our one and only conch pearl in platinum in the pendant. That's as affordable as they'll ever get around here. So that's a very important piece as well. Then we've got those designer earrings. Don't forget about the marquise as well. And our star necklace. We had that star to start, had that beautiful star-like design with that beautiful kind of draped chain, that triple draped chain that had all the diamonds built in. And then also, the big and bold of the Tanzanite world has come out to play today. It's our 1407 Tanzanite. It's in my dream cut, the emerald cut. It is fabulous. Then we'll have the oval later that's new, a blue zircon for you as well. Pink sapphires come out to play. Do let me know if you want the marquise, okay? The marquise with that diamond weight at 41 points still here in the Sorari collection. And then our new in the color change sphene also here, but $12.99 if you like our conch pearl. And we'll show you another great pendant. This one also being brand new tonight. So let's take a look at what we've been working on to bring you a fancy cut pair, and it needs a little extra fancy polishing here. It's 113-0003. So third item of the new collection here, and yet a big yellow diamond as its bail. So what do you think about that? It's a fancy cut just slightly. It's not like it's going to jump out at you as this weird cut. It's just, it's a modified pear. So it takes the pear shape, it gives it more of a notch detail along the outside edge. It's a 469 though, so it's massive. This is massive for the color change sphene world. That we know. And keep calling on the blue zircon in the bridge, or the conch pearl, or that last Sorari piece that's available, or the Tanzanite, or still the star ruby brooch with diamonds and 18 karat gold. That's still here. Kind of shocking. But again, we'll get them all out the door. It's just early birds are early birds. And then we've got people that kind of join in the fun a little bit later throughout the evening. So here's our 469, the Madagascar Fancy Cut Color Change Sphene. It also happens to have a 50-point That is the yellow diamond that you see there that meets up point to point there. The bail is the yellow diamond. That's a 50 point exactly. So it's a huge yellow diamond you're getting. Then you also have 18 points in the white diamonds. We can't forget about those. That's what creates that halo all the way around. And you see that's all custom, because if that were just a basic pear-shaped mounting, it would never work. It would leave a gap. Here you see how everything was custom made here. The border of the white diamonds perfectly actually just kind of wraps around and completely frames every individual facet of that sphene that you have going all the way around. So we'll blow it out. It's, wow, $10,000. Let me help you. This is where, just to show you what kind of savings you've got, $99.99 is where that's supposed to be. And for those of you that just say, I don't rate those prices. I don't rate those prices, and I'm what you call your honest salesperson on TV, which I know, very, very cool, innovative concept. But I don't rate those prices. That's actually established as that TVON price and where it should be. So just going lower to make sure it's nice and affordable for everybody, even though there are obviously some very extreme components here, like a nearly 5 carat color change, plus the fact that it's that fancy cut. Then you get the half carat yellow diamond, which obviously takes you to an elite high status there, because it's hitting that half carat mark in the natural yellow, and it's very vibrant as well. It's got some great saturation to it. And we'll take a look at it again from a distance away, show you the measurement, give you the great value. It's going under $99.99 by a long way. So you can come on in and keep enjoying the values that we are so known for. And there it is, 1 inch top to bottom. I will try it on the neckline for you as well, give you a look at it here so you can really gauge the size from more of your across the table or across the room look, however you prefer to think about that. But let's go ahead and watch this stone, because it will go from green to red in a proper light change. So when you go in from fluorescent lighting to UV lighting, for example, you're gonna see that body of the stone, as while it's still giving you all this fantastic brilliance, you're gonna see the main base body color of the stone go from green to red. So it's fascinating how that works, and it's always specialty, and it's so, so rare. And we're gonna bring it on down for a much better price tag. Collectors, this is your kind of piece here. And again, if you're lucky enough to have one of the sphene rings, here's the match. The beautiful match in the rare exotic of the pendant. And no, it will not be $99.99 anywhere close to it. Well, that'd be a great value. We're going to take it a lot lower, because I know we're used to some extreme values of late, so got to keep those going, even on, yes, the brand new, like we're showing you right now. We're going to take it less than, not even half off. That's $4,999. I'm going to keep on going. We're going to make this a better value for you. All you need to do is dial. That's all you can do. All you can do is give yourself the best shot at getting it by being first on the phone lines. That really is the key here. And this one's going to go less than $49,000, less than even $4,500, going extremely low when there is such an important yellow. I know it's all about the sphene, but that diamond is important too. The halo, the customization, everything you're getting, and it's not $4,000. We'll blow it out for $39.99. First caller on that one. That's it. And then we've got our top of the hour, only a few minutes away. I was thinking we would wait. We may get to those Aquamarines even earlier than the top of the hour, because why not? Blowing through jewelry here, a lot of big values. I did bring today, by the way, I do have a huge diamond. A carat 81 yellow diamond has made its way to the show. Not a size we see all the time. Carats, yes. Carat and a half even, yes. We sold out of our carat 59s when I last saw you on Sunday. We're going to bring you the carat 81. So a really, really big size in a fabulous cushion cut diamond. So that is coming up. Want to remind you as well, we did have this incredible diamond necklace for all of my gals who enjoy a little bit of whimsy. We have the most sensational diamond piece. I started the show very early on with this. Just want to show it to you again because it was sold and then we turned people away and we didn't hear back from them. So this is that diamond piece that we love. There's the necklace with the it's three draped chains that are about, well, they all come together with an O-ring. This is my diamond star created with 5 different kite cuts together. So it's just a quick little recap on 111 4319. It is 43 points of the really sizable stones that are in the middle together, making up that star design. And then of course it's almost like you're shooting stars, the way that this beautiful draped chain comes from the points of the star and then basically meet up there a couple of inches away. And then you've got the rest of the chain being a solid singular chain that's going to give you that adjustability. This is our last one of its kind. It's pretty, it's not dainty. It's got a serious, like, it's a real good like way to fill in the neckline as I hold it up for you, just to show you from a distance away what that's going to look like. And I think that, you know, certainly if you're wearing a V-neck or a scoop neck, it is that perfect size and shape really that it creates to be that perfect way to fill in a neckline, but really give you something that does not look ordinary, does not look like your standard basics of jewelry at all. And the star, it really does look like it's one star cut diamond, which I've seen before, but it was not inexpensive. So this gives you a little more affordability in that it's still going to look like a 4 or 5 carat diamond without having the expense of a 4 to 5 carat fancy cut. And keep in mind, this entire necklace is $999. So we had it early on the show. I know we're 49 minutes in, so chances are you may have joined us since then. So I wanted to show that one more time so that you can see that you see those diamonds that are extra. You're probably wondering where the 8 points inside diamonds come in. That's from those bezel set stones you see throughout the 3 draped chains that you're getting. So it's the layered look without layering. It's easy to wear. It's a beautiful way to get, I mean, seriously, even when that moves and hits the light, you see the reflection off the surface of the star. It is like it's one stone. They are so precision cut and so beautifully set together, which when we take a look at it up close again, you got to see this because this is really remarkable how 5 kite cuts come together just perfectly like they do, so that's why you've got that big star cut look. And let me tell you, for anybody who's, maybe you're shopping for also, like, think the younger gals, celestial jewelry is really all the rage still. It has been for years. It's still getting hotter and hotter in jewelry, especially from really well-known big name designers. So that's a way to really get that kind of look, but look at how much you're saving there at $999. So really stunning. I'm so glad to hear. I'm just getting some messages about people that are receiving their jewelry from the recent days. When I saw you this weekend, that's great. Everyone's loving their jewelry, loving their moonstones, loving their quartz, loving all the great pieces they're getting. Very, very exciting. So that's thrilling. All right, so $999 on that one. Just had to show you again what that's all about. So hi to Carrie, who's with us, and Kirsten's with us. It's so good to see. I missed you guys too. It was a long weekend, if you will. It was one of those that they're all short but long but short. But I miss you guys. I miss shopping with you guys on those Mondays and Tuesdays. So I know, and everyone went back to real life, I think, on Monday too. So it was weird because I was like, well, I'm off, but but didn't leave real life. So for anybody who went back to work this week or went back to some sense of normal routine this week after all the big holidays, I hope your week is going well and hope that the New Year's off to a great start. So this is really fabulous there, isn't it? So $999, let me know who's got it. And then what we'll do is I'll show you these really fancy cut earrings that we have as well. That's going to be here. And oh yeah, that's right. And Kirsten, that is, oh my goodness. Wow. That's so kind of you to remember. And are you saying, so your birthday, Kirsten, was yesterday or the day before? Oh, did I miss another birthday? I know we had another customer who had a birthday yesterday, and I felt bad that I couldn't say happy birthday on her birthday. I had to say it early on Sunday. But Kirsten, sounds like we owe you a happy belated birthday as well. So that means I can put it together. That would be on Monday then. So you were the 4th, I believe. All right, very good. Well, that's so nice, and thank you for remembering my grandfather, who had obviously a birthday yesterday. I was mentioning that yesterday, the 6th, such an important day. Some of my dearest friends and my grandfather had a birthday yesterday. I know our friend Anna in Georgia, she had a birthday yesterday as well. And it sounds like Kirsten celebrated on Monday. Gosh, that would be, was it the 5th then? 5th, 6th, yeah, 5th. Well, Kirsten, we're kind of buddies because I'm the 5th as well, just of a different month. So 5th, I'm May 5th. So you're January 5th, it all works. I love my 5 girls. All right, so that's going to be it on the star necklace. Let me know if you'd like it. And then we'll move right along. Got a lot to do tonight. But again, Aqua's coming up in just mere moments. A whole trio of brand new. I'm getting all my days confused. I'm still like, what day? 7th already. Okay, can you believe it? It was a week ago tonight we were getting ready to celebrate New Year's Eve. Can't believe it. So let's get to our aquas. We've got this fantastic wheel. I know I was going to hold off to the top of the hour. I just don't know if I can. After our popularity of our trio of our designer pieces, we are going to show you 3 incredible aquas as well that are coming up, but $9.99 on the necklace. Don't ask me how or why, but if you leave it for me at 8 o'clock, it'll be gone. It will get a home one way or the other, as I like to say. Here's what we have. Okay, look at how stunning these are. Crisp and clean. Speaking of birthdays, March will be here before you know it. And this is that really fabulous March birthstone. And I always mention that because so many of you say, I've been shopping, with you guys for a long, long time. And so many people have historically said, I'm a March baby and I feel cheated. I feel slighted because my birthstone's aqua and it's kind of a ho-hum stone and it never gives me a lot of color. And then, boom, we bring out the Sierra Santa Marias and suddenly everybody wishes they were born in March. Yes. Did she get which one? Oh, she just got it. Oh, wonderful. Well, or maybe didn't just get it. But Joanna, thank you. I just found out you got the necklace while I was showing it and yapping about it, and it's long gone. So congratulations and thank you so much. You'll love it. Well, it's not for me after all, but it's going to a good home, right? So we like that too. Here we are with our tree of aquas. Come on in. Unfortunately, the one-of-a-kinds are still the name of the game. I was hoping with new jewelry we might have a little more quantity for you so I wouldn't be upsetting so many people when things sell out. That is not the reality today. I will say we still have a lot of one-of-a-kind jewelry for you, including every aqua you see on this wheel, which are our 3 perfect stones that we decided let's just let that be the story and let the aqua be the headliner. You know what they look like? They feel, they look, they really have presence as if they are really important blue diamonds. That's the color of most blue diamonds. The Hope Diamond's a bit of an anomaly, which is probably why it's sitting in the Smithsonian as we speak. Blue diamonds are typically this color. Now, I've had blue diamonds on this show right here. They've been very small, 4-pointers, 5-pointers, 10-pointers, that's about it. This is really that look of a blue diamond. It is just your extreme. And if you think that's what every aqua looks like, I encourage you to go take a look at what aquas look like in retail stores or on other channels or wherever you shop for jewelry, because this is not a typical aqua color. That is because they are derived from this mine that is no longer called Sierra Santa Maria in Brazil. And that is why you have this incredible color saturation that you do. And they're all going to stay just as there. And will you just look at that, the rhodium? I am loving the rhodium polish on those rings. I think that my notes got through. With the new year, we have fantastic rhodium on the bands here. So white gold only. They are ready to go. You tell us what size you need, we'll get it to you. There are 2-carat plusers here, so they're also not small on the carat weights. But still, they needed some diamonds, but we made it as classic as can be with the 2 simple bezel set rounds, 1 on each side. The diamond weight is always going to be 6 points. They are 3 points each. You let me know. We have nobody on the phone lines, probably because you're thinking they're $59.99, and I wouldn't put it past them with aqua color like that. However, we are also about value, even on the brand new. And even when you just think there's no way those can be affordable, you know what I've been telling you about with gold pricing where it's at lately, and this goes back the last 6 months. Basically, it's $2 grand for a band, but you can ignore that here because I'm going to take them so much lower than what they should be. If you got $2,000 as the band foundation, so just the band of gold itself, $2 grand plus the 2-carat aquas, that's a minimum size, and then the bigger diamonds in the bezels. So for my Diamonds by the Yard lovers, if you have my bezel set studs, whatever it is, if you tend to just love a bezel, you're getting that here. So very important. Let's take a look at all 3 because you're going to get a choice of. So you let me know which one is your favorite, but again, pear, oval, emerald cut. Let's walk you through the carat weights. Here is my 2-carat on the nose, which is the pear shape. Then you have the 216. We're going to walk on up. Left to right, they get larger. They go in ascending order here, left to right. Then we have our 216 with 6 points in diamonds, and the largest is right over here. The emerald cut is the 2-carat 43. It also feels, well, very elegant, very pretty. I wouldn't even say, I could see you getting all 3 and stacking them, like doing the little mix match kind of thing, staggering them, stacking it. I mean, if you want to, that's what I do with pieces I love. I get more than one and I stack. You should see me, and for those of you that see me out and about and out in public, if you're in the Los Angeles area, I know I met some of you guys just the last couple of days when I was out and about. I was out and about doing a lot of events and things and met some of you guys, and you're like, oh, I see what you do with your jewelry. Like, I do a lot of stacking and layering and kind of every day. That way you can make it different. I could see any of those with the Wonder Ring. If you want to stack with those existing diamond bands that you have in the chevron style, you could stack them actually together as bands. We've been talking about this lately, how you can stack. We are going to do some really important values here. And again, they're all the same price because, well, it's a blowout wheel. That's what we're doing. Got to make sure they go, and quickly. We've got the top of the hour less than 2 minutes away. They'll be gone. The Aquamarines will be gone. And take a look at how sizable. I'm just going to start with my favorite. I'm going to play favorites, yes, because I love an emerald cut. I love an emerald cut diamond. I wear one every single day. I love that look. And how about that saturation when it's that vibrant from a distance, even in the step faceting, which in any other stone might dull the color saturation? Not here, because it's so strong to begin with. And they're not $5,000. Let's get rid of the new price and go to an old price, even though they're brand new jewelry. And that's what we're going to do all night long tonight. Not even $59, $49, $39, $29. We got to get you on the phone lines ready to go. I only have one of each. I'm sorry, but that is the reality that we face here on this show. We are very boutique. It's why we're not 24 hours a day, and it's why you're not going to go find these on a website a little bit later tonight. They're here now during the live show. We have the exclusives. We have the best values. I get to pick out the best of the best here to showcase to you, to share with you, to tell you all about, and this is the way to get it, guys. They're not even $29, and with March coming up, before you know it, I just mentioned that because this is the ultimate high end of the March birthstone if you want to do that, but they're also not even $1,999. So much for new gold pricing. We are going so much below already. Basically, right here, we're basically less than the price of the band by itself. You would have the aqua and the diamonds and the workmanship that goes into it free. Instead, I'm going even lower than this price. So come on in. We're going to make sure you get your favorite here. If you don't get your first choice, get your second. If you don't get your second, get your third. They're all outstanding. But we're going to take them less than even 19 or 15. We've got the top of the hour now. Please don't let these stick around. Well, let me rephrase that. Don't let them go to somebody else. You got to get in on the phone lines now to be a part of this because they are not 15, 14, 13. Y'all came here looking for a value and said she can't do it. They've been doing a sale for like 18 months. How is she going to do a value on new jewelry? I'm bringing you the value on new jewelry. Nobody thought it could be done. I'm bringing it right now. Welcome into our big Wednesday night. I'm so glad you're with us. Happy one weekend to 2026. I'm Lauren Blair. I'm the host here at TVON, and we're so glad to have you for the next 2 hours tonight. A lot of brand new on the way, but the values are the story. And this is going to be better than 13, than 12. These are the most impeccable, bright, saturated aquamarines that exist in this world, and they're not even $13.99. I know. Which is crazy. You cannot buy a band of solid gold for this price tag. And they're 2 carats plus. The largest one is in the emerald cut. You can get the 2 carat, the 2 carats on the left, the 2 carat 16s in the middle, and the 243 is on the right. So let me know which one you like, all with the big diamonds, 3-pointers on each side in bezels. They're not 13, they're not 12, they're not 11, they're not 10, 99. We are truly blowing them out, brand new and on sale. Is there anything better? Because where I shop, you can't even, I like designers that don't even ever put anything on sale. Even the old, they don't put on sale. Nothing goes on sale. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to call me, get your favorite. Let's make them $999 a piece. And that is while they last. I bet it won't even be 60 seconds. We can start the clock and we can see what happens. But that is the key. And whether you want the emerald cut, the oval, or the pear, there is a cut there for everybody. It is really just pick your favorite. You've got a full money back return policy, and that is serious aqua. No need to go ahead and settle. Just don't settle anymore. We're the no settle network. You never have to settle for bad quality diamonds, poor quality gemstones. You never have to settle for lab grown or anything that's imitations or lookalikes. You're getting the real deal and the very, very, very best in source. And yet those are some stunning aquas for $999 a piece. All right, we'll leave them here. That's okay too. I'll gobble them up and I'll resell them. But again, I'm a reseller too. It's why I'm going to be exhibiting this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. So it's just one of those things where even if you're a reseller, a lot of our shoppers, it's something like 60% of our shoppers here don't buy for themselves. They are resellers. They own boutiques. They have their own online stores. They have businesses. They just sell to resellers who sell consignment jewelry. We have 5 people on the line and we have like 8 people in queue. So I gotta believe some of those are going out the door. Which one is which, guys? I only have one of each. Which one? Emerald cut gone. I'll try it on again for you. Here's the emerald cut on the hand if you missed it. There's the emerald cut flashing its way right onto your house. Look at that. So that emerald cut is gone. Who wants the pair? Who wants the fabulous oval? That's what we have left. 9938 was the app number on the emerald cut. We had a huge influx of calls, but we're just waiting to see who's got what. So $9.99, your choice of. Do you want the oval? That would be the 2 carat 16. Here is the 2 carat in the pear shape. And obviously the cuts are what determine their carat weight there. They're all good sized stones flanked by those individual larger diamonds. So $9.99, we don't go anywhere till they go because I have a feeling we're verifying on them right now. We'll see who wants what. Oval pair, yes. Like all 3? Even the one that's sold? Okay, because I don't want to upset the person who already got the emerald cut. That wouldn't be fair. So I'm just trying what's left, okay? Here's the oval, here's the pear, side by side for you. The pear shape is going to look larger, and it's not. It's a 2 carat versus a 216. That's a 216, that's a 2 carat, but the pear shape, as they do, I tell you all the time, the pear shape's going to look a little bit larger thanks to the elongation of the stone. So there are 2 last choices in our Aquamarine. Yes, best of Sierra Santa Maria right there. Divine colors and beautifully set too in that 3 stone style. So there it is up close one more time. There's the pear. Here comes the oval, and then we'll see who's got them. I guess we had it this way. There you go. Oval and pear. Last chance, last call. Okay. Well, emerald cut, you guys like what I like too. I'm right there with you. I love the emerald cut, but I got to say, big size in the pears. A lot of people love a pear shape because of that style. Very hot right now too. Pear shapes are everywhere. And then, of course, the oval, classic as can be. Great for setting and stacking wonder rings around it. So again, the pear shape is the 2 carat, but looks larger. The oval is the 216. Oval's gone, and now we have the pear shape remaining, and that's that. That'll be item number 1129931. You got 9929 over there in the oval, and this is 9931, the 2 carat. Exactly. 2 carat, 6 points in diamonds, 1 left. Okay. Then we'll move on. We've got a big mandarin. I also have my dream Tanzanite is here. The emerald cut that is over 14 carats in size. We're also going to see some designer earrings. I would love your requests. I know what we want to do is show the big diamond pendant. Kim, if you're out there, Kim C was very, very, very excited. You knew that it was a good email when the title of the email was in all caps, wowza. Now, what exactly was she wowza-ing about? She was very excited to receive her 3 stone diamond ring. And she loved it so much. You know, that's always the mark of when you love something a lot, you go right back for more. She said, do you have a pendant that might go along with it? And I can't decide. Do we like the yellow gold? Do we like the white gold? Here's our 1 carat diamond pendant. If you're loving the big diamonds we do, if you've had any of the bands, the band rings we've had of late that have been so, so popular, here's a way to get something to go with it. It's 111-7852. And keep calling on the Aqua because we still have that pear shape available. Emerald cut and oval are gone. Pear shape is here. Here comes our pendant. 111-7852. Old item number. Would have loved to bring it to you on sale. I'm going to bring you a better price than it would have been on sale. True story, because originally it's $59.99. I mentioned a lot. We had a diamond that was 1 carat over the weekend. It was $59.99. Here's where you get a very important round. It's going to pair up beautifully with, like, let's say the 3 stone ring that you got that was the 2 carat. Remember, we had the 90 point. We had a 3 stone style. We also had a 5 stone band that was actually back on Sunday and sold out again. But the point is, those were all featured with really big individual round brilliant diamonds. So naturally, whether you got the 3.5 carat 5 stone ring or if you got the 3 stone ring with 2 carats, you got that 90 pointer in the middle. This is the match. This is the really good proportional match. It's the largest diamond we have in a pendant, by the way. There is no larger. It's 1 carat exactly. It's in the round brilliant. It's in that 58 facet round that we love. And it's going to be that classic bail. So you've got your split shank bail here. And that's going to be in white, yellow, or rose gold. Actually, it looks like basic, just white and yellow on this one because we want to go with what's here. We have our 1 carat stone, round brilliant. I'll just give you a quick opportunity here. I promised I would bring it out to match all those rings that you've been receiving and loving. And so now we get to bring you the big value on this pendant, which is going to, well, it should be $99.99. Got a lot better value for you. I'll try on the yellow gold first on the hand to show you the length. And it's got a good size bail so that we can, be sure and fit your DBTYs and any of the larger chains you might have. But then you can see here, as far as top to bottom length, it's going to be right at a 1/2 inch. I'll show it to you from a distance. This is going to be pretty standard. If you walked into a jewelry store right now and saw their 1 carat pendant solitaire, it's going to look the same. 1 carat diamonds are pretty standard as far as they should all be 6 or 6.5 millimeters in diameter. This is the classic setting style you would get as well with what we call the rabbit ear bail, but it's just a split bail style and the basket setting it in 4 prongs, and we are going to blow it out for $2,999, which quite the value when you consider that as a minimum of 1 carat in your diamond. So a fabulous way to get a piece you will wear every single day, probably all day, every day. I don't even see a need to take it off, just to maybe once in a while, give it a good cleaning. But other than that, you can just live in this pendant. So we've got that yellow or white gold available for you, $29.99, and a great way to match up to all the fantastic bigger diamond pieces we've been bringing of late that, listen, we saved a lot of money on the rings, whether it was the 5-stone band, the 3-stone ring, and now you've got the pendant to match it. We also have the big emerald cut Tanzanite. We'll get that one at home before we go. Also, the huge diamond I was telling you about, remember I told you we have a carat 81. Yeah, this is a whole different realm than we typically see in our yellows because the yellows are usually going to be 1 or 2. And this is new today. It's 1129657. Look at that. And it's a 181 that's going to end up looking like a 3 or 4 all day because of the perfect match in the halo directly beside it. So that's extremely important. And yet it's going to save you a bundle because once you get to 2 carats, which this looks like all day, once you get to the 2 carat size, something happens, not just here. This is what we call, if you ever hear me or anyone else referring to diamonds by the term magic sizes. I just mentioned it earlier, or at least I was thinking it when we had the 50-point yellow diamond as a bail in one of our pendants, talking about the fact that a 50-pointer hits that magic size. That's when you see diamond weights or diamond pricing on those corresponding carat weights go soaring. It's when you hit what are called magic sizes. They're basically like benchmarks, if you will, milestones of bigger sizes. So even if like 25 points is the magic size, if you have a 24 pointer, it's not worth nearly as much as when you actually reach that 25 point status. Or 50 points is another magic size, 75 points, 3/4 of a carat, 1 carat, like we just saw in the round brilliant diamond. Those are all considered magic sizes. That's when the prices take a big, big jump. And remember, they're not incremental. People say to me all the time, but I don't get it. Why is the 1 carat so much more than the 1/2 carat? Shouldn't it just be double? But remember, as we take a look at the ring here, remember what happens when you go up in sizes. They become that much more rare, so they have an exponential increase in price. You don't see them just go from 25 to 50 and then they double, and then 50 to 1 carat and they double again. It doesn't work that way because it's that much more difficult to get a 1 carat than it is a 1/2 carat in the natural world, which is still all we're dealing in is natural stones. One thing if you're making it in a lab and you got to like plug in a carat weight that you're trying to achieve. It's different when you're relying on nature and it takes millions or billions of years to make these things in the ground. So it's a whole different scheme and scale, and yet we've got now our yellow that's not a 1, it's not a 1.5, not even a 175. It's the elusive size we've not had before, which is 1 carat 81 in size. In that VS center cushion, that's another big factor, is that it's the elongated cushion, not the square, because the squares look small. So I don't know. I've yet to meet anyone who says, give me a smaller diamond. No, no, Lolo, I want a smaller diamond. No, that's too big. I want a smaller diamond. Usually what we have to do is we have to scale back the size of our diamonds based on what the budget says and what the bank account says and what's available on the credit card. Not here, because we save you more than anybody, including wholesale, which there's a lot of you that are probably going, okay, well, I'll just go to wholesale then. Well, that's the other thing. There was a discussion happening online the other day about Tucson, and everyone was going, let's go to Tucson. Let's just go to Tucson. Let's go. You can't get in. Please, and I just say that as a public service announcement, unless you are a reseller, with a resale license, you are not getting into the Tucson show, okay? It is a credentialed wholesale show. You have to have, different than when I worked in sports, I needed a credential. You couldn't just walk on the sideline and start interviewing players after the game. You had to have a credential, and that had to be registered with your face and your ID and who you are, and it's verified, and you're admitted based on that. Who you work for, are you authorized to be there? Same thing with Tucson. Please don't fly and make the trip to Tucson because it's really hard to even get there directly. It's a long trip, even for us, and we're close by because it's hard to get direct flights in. I don't want anyone to go there and get disappointed and go knocking at the door of the Tucson show going, I'm ready, can I come in? You can't do it. So just be aware. There's a reason why not everybody's shopping wholesale, and it's why I bring so much pride in saying we can be better than wholesale, because not everyone's able to get wholesale prices on anything, diamonds, gems, or anything else. Yes, go ahead, Andy. Who did? It was Kim. Oh, good. Well, Kim, thank you so much. I'm so glad you were watching, and I'm glad that we had it for you. But here we go with the 181. The 181 Superstar. The 39 points in yellows, they're going to be around it and beside it because there were also 3 in the split shank. And then your 86 points in the diamonds. That's the white diamonds. Overall, 306. We're going to zoom back a little bit. I'll show you the inside. Look at this. And we got a deal. If you're saying, yeah, I've watched what you do with the 2 carats, but that $20,000 and $30,000 price point isn't happening for me. Here's really the secret way to get in. Get every bit the look, get every bit that unusual quality and size from Mama Nature, but not have to spend even $25,000. And look at the end result when it's on the hand, because this is something. And you talk about status in yellows. What's going to cost you a 181 white diamond right now? Well, I can only speak on wholesale because that's the environment I'm in every day. I don't work at a retail store. I work here and I work within wholesale. And even a 1 carat 81 white diamond, plain old, not hard to find, 181 white diamond is going to be running you about 15 grand. This is a 181 yellow diamond. Then all the extras, the 39 points of the additional, the 86 points, the 306 overall, and yet this is the end result. And keep in mind, I have a very large hand. I can make any ring look small. This is a large ring. It is a very large ring, and I don't mean hard to wear. No, no, no. I just mean really it is an impactful stone. We're back up close, and it's not 25,000, and it's not 20,000, and it's not even $15,000, and this is why it will fly. There's one only, as it is in the gold color you see, which is 2 gold colors, white and yellow. So you've got the perfect, everything matches, everything makes sense. It goes with everything else you have, from your sterling silvers to your platinums to your 14 karat to your 18 karat white gold, and also your yellow gold. And this is what's so amazing. It's not even $10,000. This is why it'll go. It's not $99.99. It will go. There are too many seekers of yellow diamonds and exotic now, more than ever before. They are a designer darling, only by really good designers, keep in mind. They are a celebrity favorite, who cares? I mean, but they do kind of set the trends as tastemakers. Why? Because they can have anything they want. Not that we're trying to just do what they do or follow or be imitators, heck no. But they do certainly set a precedence because they have access to everything. There's no limit on the budget. So if they're getting something, well, probably it's pretty high end, right? So this is how you do it, guys. It's not going to be $99, $89, $79.99. This is why it is such a big value, and these are the museum pieces that will go. I bring you yellow diamonds, but not often are they 181s. That's the difference maker here. And yet we're going to bring you a value beyond 79 or 75 or 74.99. None of that's good enough for my Wednesday night crowd. Let's go even lower and bring it on down to $6,999. That is every bit the value where you would pay more by double on a 181 white diamond. True story in the wholesale world, which again, not everybody has access to. So that's why that one is so important. And it's not a carat and a half, and it's not a 1 carat, and it's giving you such a massive look. Also, just the center stone doing what it does there, but also that additional halo. So we have a really cool new pink sapphire that I'm so anxious to show you, plus a blue zircon, plus a new Tanzanite, new mounting. And we also have this Tanzanite, just to show you what we can do in another major moment here. This would be the 1407 red galore. It's my dream ring because it has the stone be really the focal point here. It's really tough. I mean, not a lot of diamonds are going to be capable of bringing you much more wow than to the story, which is the center. The center is the headline, and it's 112-7324. It's our 1407 Museum Reserve Emerald Cut Tanzanite. What a beauty it is. 46 points is the diamond weight as well. So that's going to be housed in these trapezoid type shapes on the side, but they are round brilliants that fill that in. And then you've got your band all the way around it, and then watch this. So you're not getting the direct perspective yet, but you are now. And what you end up seeing are nothing but these dynamic reds coming all the way through, bringing every bit the stunner you want. And look at it on. It's interesting how, you know, there's some thought behind, okay, we know it's a big stone. So we also purposely don't want to add a lot of extra around it in case that's going to take it outside the realm of wearability. So love that we really just put those diamonds, focused on them on the east and west sides, so you're not adding additional length to the piece, because that might make it more difficult to wear, or it might allow you to wear it just less frequently. Want you to be able to live in it and wear it all the time, and that's what it does. Look at those reds coming through. Can't get enough of it. Stunning piece. We've got the markdown for you as well that will not be $16,999, and that is all day long a very healthy savings. We're going to go a lot lower than that. And look at the reds that shine on through. Every facet. Step faceting is wonderful, but when you get a step facet pattern that can still delight with the reds and the neons this does, that's very, very important. And it's under 10,000. Now, it's not going to all be high end. I'm going to get to something very affordable coming up. I just had to show you the yellow diamond and also now the Tanzanite of a lifetime, because they deserve homes too. They really do. And they're remarkably discounted so that you get that value you're wanting, you get that discount you need, you're getting the savings that you're here for, and we're going to make it better than even $7,500. Actually, you can get this right now for $69.99. $69.99, same price as we did on the 1 carat 81 yellow. You've got this one coming home to you to see what it's all about. And get ready for it to be blown away, because the colors get that much more exciting when you see it in person at home. You just see even more of those reds coming through, and it's only $69.99 to get it to your house and see what it's all about. So that's one of those just dynamic stones that is a must-have, and you know this. We don't have a lot of the big stones left. We don't have any. We don't have a lot of any of the stones left. Any size is challenging because these are the museum reserves. And once they get their time in the spotlight here, if they don't go to one of you, they're going to the museums where they are rightfully promised. So it really becomes last call to get these museum reserve best of the best of our entire Blue Wing Block D collection, which is exclusively ours. So I got to show you these diamond earrings. They're too much fun. They're a beautiful design that can be worn multiple ways. So you're going to wear these in, I think, every day in some way, shape, or form. And they can even go on a second piercing if you want to, because they can be a side-to-side ear crawler like you see them here, where they go up the ear, like following the lines of your earlobe as it naturally narrows up towards the top. Or you can wear them down in a vertical type of fashion where they're actually then framing the face. There's a left and a right design. There's only one pair here because, again, let the onesies continue. That's what we're doing. And this is 112-5014. So it's going to be a really special look here, and wait till you see them on. Now, it's also from this designer that does what we call the illusion set. They're all diamonds. They're all full cut, but they have the baguettes and the rounds together. So what it ends up doing is giving you a look as if you have bigger individual fancy cut stones, like in this case. Looks like you have pear shapes and marquise cuts and a big round, but they dazzle in a way that even those fancy cuts could not. And so that's really the difference maker here. So you've got 18 karat white gold. That's the first thing. Love an 18 karat gold earring. It's where you really have an important style because, well, 18 karat, more or less hypoallergenic for you. So if you are sensitive to alloys, yes, 14 karat gold can still cause you to react. If you're more sensitive, 18 karat, less likely. This is 49 points just in the baguettes, but you're also getting 25 points in the rounds. Let me show them from a distance, and then we'll show you one on as well. This is really stunning, I must say. And you have a left and a right. So that's always where two separate castings are made. You have first two different molds, then two different castings, then you're setting each one individually. And we've got this look where you see it's a subtle type of look, the way it flares out. But I'm going to show you with that 3/4 inch length, and it's a post and butterfly backing, but the post is not at the top. It's basically, if you look for that round area where it looks like a round stone, that's where the post will be. So it's actually got this really pretty look, and then you can obviously play with them a bit if you want them to go up the ear as well. You have some opportunity to wear them in different ways. So I'm just going to show you the kind of the way we think of first, I would imagine, when you've got that style where it just kind of follows along. You know what I'm going to do is just hold it, because that'll be, it's not, I don't have a backing, so it's not going to sit perfectly. So let me just show you here what it's going to look like when it's on here. So you can see here, if I hold it up, I'm holding it right where the post is. So you can see how that's going to look. Now, I opted for it to frame my face, to go out, because I think the other way it's going to look a little bit like the diamonds are spiking into your jawline. So I love the way it's flaring out, but look at it this way. If you wanted to, now this is not the proper one to do this, I don't think. So let me actually switch them out here and show you the other, so you can see what would happen. If you do decide to go up the ear, you could actually just flare it out. This is all on how you put them on, and then it would go up the ear a bit, just in that 3/4 inch, so you can do that, and you just put the backing on as tight as you can, and then it's going to stay going up the ear, kind of like a la an ear crawler design. So two ways to wear it. Let's go back up close. This is 74 points in total diamond weight as well, in the baguettes and the rounds together. So again, lots of options in how you wear them. A multi, I love that a nice little workhorse for us here. It's going to give you a lot of options, a lot of versatility. Never looks like the same earring twice. And yet the price tag is a blowout discount. So we've got a better price tag than $49.99 for you. A mega value, and we'll take it on down. 74 points in the diamonds. A lot of luxury 18 karat gold. That's another huge upgrade. Got to remember, with gold hanging out about $4,500 an ounce, what a privilege it is to get 18 karat solid gold like this. And it's not even 49. One pair only. They are elegant, but with a little bit of a flair for the dramatic. They're doing something a little extra, a little more modern, a little more updated. Again, multiple ways to wear one pair of earrings. Love that, because otherwise, are you really buying two fine jewelry pieces? One that goes straight on down and one that goes up the ear? Probably not. This is just bringing you, think of it, it's almost like wherever I put this price, think of it as halvesies, because you're getting at least two ways to wear it. Truth is, you can go left and right, right to left. You can do whatever you want. You can go up the ear, down. It really is a versatile style that's giving you a lot of payoff. It really takes your dollar and stretches it. So you've got two earrings really in one, and it's not $49. Speaking of, let's go halvesies. How about $25? Or $2,000, or we even go lower than that on all that 18 karat gold. Just a reminder, there is only the one pair, so they will not last. You know that. And we're going to go better than even 2,000 or 19 or 18 or 17. I told you my sale's going on. I know there's no TVON sale. That doesn't mean Lolo ain't got a sale. So instead of $1,777, watch this. We'll make it $1,699 for the pair, and there is only one. That is it, 18 karat. They stay in the white gold, and they will be right on out to you. So that is a fabulous way to get a great big designer earring right there. Call me quickly, though, if you want them, because obviously a lot of people looking at those going, that's unique, that's different and special, and what I don't always see everywhere. And I know I'd have to go big time designer, which they're going to run you $38,000 per carat on those diamonds. So here's your more affordable way to do it at $1,699. We got a big pair of Tanzanite drop earrings that are also new. They're not for the faint of heart, but they're gorgeous. Look at this. I'll just flash them. I should probably be wearing them. They're huge. Most of the TVON earrings I don't bother wearing because you can't see them from far away. These you can. Take a look at this Tanzanite earring drop we have that's going to bring you, now again, these are very, very special. There's 24 carats of Tanzanite here among the pairs, so there's 12 and 12. And you're getting also some very large pear-shaped diamonds that are right up top where your bail is, and each of those pear shapes is surrounded in a diamond halo. So that is a very special earring. And that's one of the longer, more dramatic Tanzanite earrings. If you love them, you call me. If you want to know more about them, you call me. They are a full, look at this, they're 1.5 inches in length. That is the stunning 12 carats and 12 carats, so over 24 carats in Tanzanite. As we take another look at those diamond earrings back up close for you right now. Only one caller is going to take those home. All right, coming up, we've got a really remarkable pair of trillion cut diamonds. Look at this. They're on the, they're lighter yellows, but they're trillions and all done with this great dual setting bezel and prong. So again, Tanzanite earrings are here. Let me know if you want to know more about those. We got a really major Amandra garnet. And I got to keep going here with a really cool pink sapphire. Pink sapphire is not something we see all the time. And if you're going to set a pink sapphire, it's a very luxury high-end way to do a hot pink. And this is just that, hot pink, not the lighter, not the barely there, not the pastel. This is ultimate high-end here. Marquise, so a little bit special and different here as well. It's a wasteful cut, so you don't see a lot of marquise cuts out in the world. And it's not a solitaire. So it's not like sitting on a band where it's all about the marquise. This is set with a band that really is inspired by, do you remember our world famous raindrop ring that we brought you with some great texture and diamonds within it? That, of course, was a little wider band. That band is now $5,500, FYI, if anyone is interested. This is still inspired by that look, the way that the texture is done internally inside of this larger, wider band, still making it very ease of wear because it's got the open cutout work. It feels like little air conditioning built in. So if you're someone who normally shies away from bigger, wider rings, this is one you can still enjoy and wear all the time. But take a look at this. It's going to be to 9888. So really special piece here, brand new right now. And it's in white, yellow, or rose. And it's got the 50-point pink sapphire. We see a lot of great pink stones. The pink sapphires are certainly more high-end than where we typically go with the pinks, and that's why we just don't have a lot of them. We don't see a lot of the true hot pinks, and that's what you have here. Now you also have the bigger diamonds here. Look at those, huge diamonds. They're different sizes. There's smalls, mediums, and larges, but they're all bigger sizes individually. So it's our half-carat marquise pink, 21 points in the diamonds as well. Texture and mill grain throughout, side to side, but it feels very modern. This doesn't feel like antique styling to me. It feels more modern, and that has a lot to do with just the overall width of the band being as large as it is. It's in any gold you want, any gold you can think of. Well, of the ones we do, which is white, yellow, and rose. And because green gold, imagine that, has never taken off. Yeah, it's just never taken off. If you want green gold, I say just go buy costume jewelry and a gold plating and wear it for a day. And then suddenly it's green and you'll enjoy it. But this is really about white, yellow, and rose. And it's going to be our 50-point hot pink Ceylon. It is really wild here. Look at this on the hand too. The way this presents on the hand with those cutout details we love. And it's also, it's set up a little more dramatically. It's not flat to the finger. So you see it here and you realize, I see it's got that little elevation. So it's showing off a lot of the design details there from the side. It's got that little bit of elevation. We're busy on the phone lines already. I think we need to do something dramatic here. And I will blow it out because I know with that kind of band, the width of it, the size of it, the way it sits up, and you're going with the most high-end way to do a pink color really, and like a true pink like this, pink sapphire, hot pinks, $9,000 a carat. That's a price I've been quoting for 25 years. So needless to say, it's probably on the conservative end of pricing. But, you know, it's pink sapphire. And we know this because when you see pink sapphires, even in estate pieces or vintage pieces that have been worn, you know how pricey they are. This is really the more elite level. We talk about any gemstone family, the pinks and the reds being the most expensive of any gemstone family certainly applies here with the sapphire world. Gives you great durability. Don't be shy to wear it every day. You can wear it every day and never hurt your stone. But we do need to sell some jewelry tonight. And I will, for everybody who's going, yeah, they're not a value. I don't see a banner. I don't see 10% off. I don't see a sale. It can't be a value. I'm asking you to do one thing. Look beyond the lack of banner. Look at the prices that are coming out of my mouth, that are going onto your screen, that we are giving you because they are giveaways. And we are halfway through our show. We have 89 minutes left, actually 88 and a half minutes left, but who's counting? So we don't have a lot of time left to go through all this incredible new jewelry, of which we are doing here, and yet your price should be $32.99. No, that's not going to work. We all got real used to seeing a lot of sale prices. I'm keeping them going. I don't care how new it is. It's still got to be a sale price. And that's what we're doing here tonight. So let the pricing Let the value, let the price I put on the air, let that be the guide. Because if you're just saying, oh yeah, the sale's over, the sale's over. The sale is not over. It may not say sale, it's not over because listen, 3,500 bucks, 32, 33, I can't do it. I got to stay in sale mode for you guys because I got to show you we can take an everyday brand new piece that is modern, fresh, with a lot of gold, with a very important stone, and still discount it and give you that chance to own fine jewelry before you go spend a fortune on costume and lab grown, because everyone's doing that right now because you're forced to. We are saying hold up on that. You're not forced to do any of that yet. You're not forced to buy lab grown. I got to tell you, the prices on lab grown is silly money. It's a lot of money right now to buy lab grown that have absolutely no worth. There will not be someone who's going to buy them from you, unless just a friend who likes it, who says, yeah, I'll buy it from you. No, I'm talking about reputable jewelry places, houses of jewelry, designers, consignment shops, pawn shops. They ain't going to touch that stuff because it's everywhere and it has no actual value. How do you value something that's made in a lab? It's not natural. So here's what we're going to do, because we're bringing you natural and we got the value that makes it so important, and yet you're not spending $3,000 or $2,000 or even $19.99 on a ring that's got a whole lot of gold. Creating that style, that beautiful detail. Remember with Milgrain too, you got to start with so much more gold and then carve away, because these are actual, like, think of it like beads of gold. It's not just a texture, it's actually dimensional, where those beads are three-dimensional. They stand up. They're giving you some really unique texture, and we got to go wild here. I thought something like $14.99 might work. Now I'm questioning it. So I'll go even lower, and we'll make this the deal right now that you simply have got to have. We will blow it out. You know what? See who's paying attention here. Make it $999 for the ring. Only have a couple available, white, yellow, or rose gold available. And even the purple colors that are coming through on that sapphire, that should tell you something. There's a real good, like, purple blue color coming through. That tells you it's hot pink. And no different than we like to see reds in a neon Tanzanite. We like to see reds in a Mahenge spinel. That means it's ultimately saturated and, yes, indeed, neon. So is this stone here. And reminder, we're going to walk you through some of our pieces that are still available from the first hour. The Conch pearl for $12.99, the designer Sorari piece for $12.99, the blue zircon for $18.88, the Tanzanite pendant for $18.88, the yellow diamond, the 14-karat Tanzanite. All of those are going to get their home before the day is over. The designer diamond earrings I just had in the white gold, they're here for you as well. $9.99, what a value. Okay, so we're going to move on to some hoops. They're beautiful hoops too. They're princess cuts, actually. We don't see that every day. Plus, we have a new Tanzanite, a mounting. Now, I know the 14 karat, if you're still wiping away the drool from the 14 karat, I know it's a glamorous image, isn't it? I do have a smaller stone that's not small. I have a 5 karat 32, which tends to be the size we all want to get. And I've got the 5 karat there, and I've got the diamonds. Oh, look at the way that they are set. It's all these different baguette cuts, and they're all doing different angles, so it's really important. And also, we have a big mandarin here. Look at this. If this one catches your eye, look at the mighty, mighty fine mandarin we have for you with the fingerprint. Look at this one, all cleaned up in 4 karats 38 and ready. With the same type of baguettes we'll see in that Tanzanite later, flaring out from the center. Just had to show it to you. Let me know if you like it. Same way that I said, let me know if you like the big Tanzanite drops, those 24 karat Tanzanite drops. They may not be for everybody, but they're for somebody. So that's really important as well. Call me if you like those. And then let's move on, because we've got a blue zircon for our bottom of the hour here. And then we've got that Tanzanite coming up as our top of the hour. So I'm really excited you're with us tonight. Glad you're here. Happy Wednesday. Let's take a look at this one. Blue zircon. The bezel has made another appearance. This has a little tiny bit of turquoise too, which I always love out of blue zircons, because I love turquoise, just, you know, the opaque stone out of Arizona. I like that stone, but I also am a girl who really likes sparkle. So I'm going to like a faceted gem that's got some transparency to it, and this does. This is how you turn turquoise color, but get that flash and fire, and luckily double refraction as well. Item number here is 112-9799, our blue zircon, and hallelujah, it's the round. We love the round because the round is really delivering exactly what we want to see. The brightness, the beauty, the brilliance. Let me do this. I got to come into focus here. There you go. That's going to be our round diamond too. So it's not only 163 on the blue zircon, it's got a 4-point individual diamond there. So I love that we're doing bigger diamonds. You guys remember the aqua wheel I had? 3 aquamarines, all 3 stone styles, 2 big diamonds, 3 pointers each. I love that we're doing bigger diamonds. And that may be confusing to some because you're used to seeing 50, 60, 100, 200 diamonds around a piece. You realize it's so much more valuable to do one bigger stone than it is to do a lot of little ones. So we're really, in a way, upgrading a lot of what we're seeing here to give you those really important bigger individual stones. That's an upgrade to your design overall. It is a 4-point individual diamond. This is meant to be a pendant wearable in size, not oversized. There are big pieces like that ruby piece we had earlier. It's not going to be your everyday pendant probably. This can be. It's a wearable size. It's that round. It's perfection. It's a 163. I'm going to do something wild here. There's supposed to be a $19.99 price tag. I'm going to try something a little different. That's a very important extinct stone, by the way. One of the more valuable on the planet. Tough to get, not in your regular jewelry establishments, not in your basic stores, not even in your high-end stores. Let's get to this. Got a few pieces of jewelry left over, hour and 40 minutes into the show. That should not be the reality. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of even $999, I'm going to run an auction and we're going to start at $500. $500, we're going to go up in $100 increments, and I'm going to try to give you an even bigger savings because I know there's nothing wrong with $9.99 on any given day. Listen, there's a lot of people that just don't tune in the day after a sales show because they don't believe it's a sale. They just feel like, I've done my shopping, I'm good to go, and little do they know they're going to miss out on some of the biggest values we've had because this is now $500 to open with a $100 increment, and we'll welcome you in on one of the most exotic stones. So when I got into business, my first foray into this gem was because of the family that runs TVON. They were suppliers to another network that existed and no longer does way back in 2004. And that's when I was first introduced to blue zircon. A couple years into my tenure into this business, I was still a newbie host, pretty green, novice, didn't know exotic stones that well. I knew the basics, amethyst, peridot, citrine, topaz. I was really just getting started with exotic stones and unaware way back when 21 years ago that there were all these just exotics. And then to learn the story and to hear the history and to get to know what Cambodian zircons are all about. And the history of now, of course, since in the time I've been doing this, the mine is closed, the land has been sold. There's now resort towns built on top of that, what was formerly a mining venture. And we are looking for a $500 open. I'm just trying to cheat the system to give you a better value. So if you like a big savings, you got it right here. Take a look at it. We'll give it a last call here, 60 seconds to get that started. On a blue zircon in a fabulous cut. And really just again, because the round brings out the beauty of this stone. And we're looking for an open. Let's go. We've got a great chance to pick up some jewelry, save you some money, give you some of the new, see what we've been working on, get that big important diamond there up top with that bail. Here's what it looks like from a distance. There's something about this stone, it's loud and proud. And without being overwhelming, it doesn't need to be a huge size to really see that stone's color shine through, and you're seeing it right there. Don't ya? It's a really good look. We don't have it open yet. That's okay. We got 30 seconds left. I'll find something else to show you. And look at that, 5/8 of an inch top to bottom. I'll try it on the neckline for you as well so you can see what that would look like. Just again, really beautiful bright color. And for anybody who loves the blues, you got a lot of that turquoise sea blue here. All right, well, that's a bad sign. If we can't get an open on that one, that might be a bad sign for a Wednesday night. But again, we got only an hour and change left. We'll keep on moving. Maybe there's just not a blue zircon lover out there tonight. That's okay too. Let's take a look at this Tanzanite coming up next in about 19 minutes. We're going to be debuting this new design, and I know we're getting excited about it. You might be just waiting for it. Hold off. It's coming up in about 19 minutes from now. There's going to be our big Blue Wing Museum Reserve. It's actually our last new museum reserve, so we're really limited now on our Blue Wings overall. Sold a lot of them during our last event, had a lot of them go out to the out the door, but also a lot of them did make their way to the museum exhibits of the world all across Europe and the US, and they are now happily on display for people to go pay money to look at. So we're pretty excited to have just a couple last ones here, like the 14 karat that I showed you earlier, and now this 5 karat 32, which is coming up at the top of the hour. So I hope you'll stay with me for that. We have some gorgeous diamond earrings. I've got a big time diaspora. This might be, and we've named it here because it's so special. It's our 3 karat 13. Again, stay with us, top of the hour, that'll be here. Look at this though. It is, I can't get over this diaspora. And there's a very specific reason. We added yellow diamonds to it as well. And that has everything to do with the fact that this is some of the brightest material. It's very open color. It looks like a round, but it's a square cushion. And it's our color changing diaspora. Take a look at this. With the yellow diamond halo all around it, the white diamonds beside that, which give this almost crisscrossing butterfly effect, because it's not a perfect X marks the spot either. It's a little more flared. It's a little wider at the sides and then gets a little shorter as it leans on down to the band itself. This is 9887. Welcome into Wednesday, everybody. I'm Lauren. Nice to have you with us tonight. We only have an hour and 17 minutes and 30 seconds left in the show. If you have any requests, get those in. I haven't had any yet, so please get them in if you have them. We'll help you out with those. But this is a 3 karat plus out of the real rare of the entire world of gems. This one's the most talked about, the most kind of happening now, very, very up to date. Let's take a look at it. It's our 3 karat 13. It has a fabulous cushion cutting to it. It's very, very important. You've got also the yellow diamond halo. The yellow diamond halo is going to be really striking here because they're also, it's the vivacity of the yellow diamonds. They're bright. They're really intense. This is not your typical material where they're dull or light or what we call the canaries. It's got that really nice bright pop to it. You're also getting the yellow diamonds are at 45 points and then the white diamonds are 39. So lots to love about this one. We got to do something wild here. It's a very important stone. This feels like sunshine in a diaspora. It's got a little more of that golden color, but you're still getting the pinks that obviously give you an indicator of what it's going to change to once you're in a proper light environment. You have the beautiful green tones as well, these champagnes, the greens, all of that. And we are so proud to say, let's put the $79.99, the sunshine diaspora. That's why we added the yellows. These diamonds keep going down the sides. Doesn't it look like a little star or a butterfly design on each side? And we've got the pops. You know how there are colors of diamonds. We saw them out of our Sorari collection earlier and they nearly sold out. Yellows and champagnes and fawns, different colors of diamonds that do different things. This feels a lot like you're wearing a fancy color of diamond, but if you believe it, it's even more rare. It's even more rare than that. There are many sources around the world for fancy colors of diamonds. And yes, for as exotic as they are, there's still numerous sources. What there is only one source of is this stone, Turkish diaspora. That means Turkey, that country, Turkey, is where it comes from. And you've got that color changeability, so one source and a color change, that makes it rare. But you're also getting what usually is highly included. If you've seen them elsewhere, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you've only watched our show and we're your only the only people that have introduced you to it, you probably think it's all perfect like this. It's far from it. It's usually got a lot of inclusions to it. It's at last count in June of this past year, about 6 months ago, it was already $3,800 a carat for 2 carats and under. This being a 3 karat 13 takes it up to another level of size, gives you the ideal color change and clarity, gives you the fancy cutting, and now we need to know who wants the custom design, the beautiful look with the yellow diamonds together. Here's what it looks like on the hand, because I always try everything on. There is never a piece that goes by that I do not show you on the body, whether it's the neckline, the ear, the hand. When we do belly chains, I'll do that too. You know, whatever it is, right? Toe rings, oh yeah. We'll get all the crazy viral moments out of here, right? But this is really what it's about, look at that. I mean, now it just changed. It looks completely different now than it did. Because every time you're in a slightly different light environment, you're seeing different aspects of the stone. Sometimes it's more green, sometimes it's more champagne, sometimes it's more golden, sometimes you're gonna really see those pinks and purples and reds come through. And look at that, side to side, nothing but stones. And I'm seeing a lot of purple right now. It's turning into pure pinks as it moves. What a combination. And to have those yellows all the way around it, as bright and vivid as they are. Look at it again up close. And let's see if we can interest you with a better than $79.99 price tag. Got to do it. Got to find a way. Got to move some jewelry. Guys, we still pay for the airtime. We still pay for the airtime. We got to be here. And we got to show you jewelry, and we got to move some of it. And I know that historically, this will be the toughest show of the entire year. January 7th. This will be the toughest show the whole year. Why? Because it's coming out of a sale that went on for about 2.5 months. So this is going to be the toughest show. So what that means is, it means I've got to give you better values. I've got to. Otherwise, you're just going to look at the pieces and they're going to sit here and look pretty and do this. They just do this all day long. And that doesn't do us any good. So we need to show you, yes, beautiful what it is, what it's all about close up, but getting you a better value than $79.99. Yeah, or we bring out the toe rings and we just start that. But you know what? I'm going to do better. We're going to do better than $7,000, $6,000, $5,000, $4,000. I'm putting it on the auction block, and I'm going to try to find a way we can get this beauty a home. I know we can. I know we can. Stays in the two-tone gold. Stays exactly as you see it, except for, oh, I don't know, what ring size do you need? That's going to be delivered to your house in the ring size, ready to wear. So instead of $4,000, instead of $35,000, we're getting awfully low on a 3-carat, 13 color changing, one source diaspora that we have now dressed up. We've taken the most beautiful rare stone and we've dressed it up. Couture here. Yellow diamonds. It's award seasons, right? It's award season. We're all talking, and see every weekend there's like a big award show, right? And everyone's dressed in custom-made gowns that are custom-made for their bodies. They have fittings, usually about a dozen of them, to tailor every thread, every seam, every detail. This is like as couture as it gets in jewelry, and we're not going to even 35. I am here to make mountains move here when it comes to jewelry values. We've got the best you get, almost a half carat in yellow diamonds on their own in the brightest, boldest color. Let's go even lower than 35. Let's make it $3,000 to start. Welcome into a Wednesday night. I got to tell you, this is the day for values. This is the day you want to be here for those really amped up values. Take a look at this, $3,000. Let's get to it. Amazing auction moment here. And all we need is your phone calls. To get in, you just need to be dialing in. Give us the open. You very well may be able to get it here for a very low price tag, starting with you know what, skip $3,000. We only got a $10 increment, by the way, if we even need it. I don't know if we'll need it. But I know what I need. I need to hear the phones ring. And I need to make sure this goes. And I need to get you a value that can be obvious. That it's not just a little value or a mediocre value. It is a huge flipping value. That's what we got to make sure happens right now. So instead of even $3,000, and this is why the auction is working for you. It is on your side. It is amazing what we can do here to save you a bundle that's an $8,000 ring. Aren't you glad we're not staying with that price? Otherwise, I know it'd stay here. In an effort to really make sure that there's got to be somebody out there that's saying, I like the ring. I really do. I would love to have a diaspora, and I wouldn't want it to look like anybody else's diaspora. Granted, there aren't that many out there, but don't you want your piece to look more specialty? Like you worked with a designer and custom designed it and made it by hand and did it from scratch, and the whole thing is just for you? Well, welcome to our world of jewelry. That's what we do here. We design everything. Maybe we don't know who it's going to go to at the time of designing, but we know it's a one-of-a-kind custom, and we know it's for one of our TVON family members, and we know that $3,000 apparently is not working, so let's go to $2,500, and I'll just sit here and wait until somebody says, oh my goodness, I'm glad I'm here right now. And while everybody else isn't, I'm going to score the value of a lifetime because I see what's going on here. Now she's got the $3,800 a carat diaspora. Now I anticipate that by next month in Tucson, there's going to be the same stones with the same dealer, and he's going to be asking for more. How do I know that? It's not a conjecture. I know because I talked to him. I talked to him Christmas Eve. I got to tell you guys, what we expect to see on the wholesale level on diaspora stones is about 4,900. Remember, this is the 2 carats and under. The more average sizes, anything over 3 carats is considered huge in the diaspora world. And we are looking for, we're searching, we're hoping. $2,500 to start, let's go. $10 increments if we even need it. I got to tell you, it's not going to be a night where you're going to have a lot of competition. And that helps you. 2 things are at work here. 2 major things are happening right now at play. Is that number 1, you're not going to have a lot of competition. And number 2, more importantly, I had to start a whole lot lower than I ever should just to get this going. So you got value on both fronts. You got value the second you open it up at 25. That's a value. It's an $8,000 ring, but you're also knowing that you're probably not going to have a whole lot of competition here, which is going to help keep that value intact for you. So this is why you want to jump in. I think we have the open at, okay, so we officially have the open at 25. So now it will require a whole extra $10, which again, when you're saving this kind of money already, $10 increments should be very, very doable. That's what I'm hoping. So we've got about 9 minutes now, actually 8 now, till we get to the top of the hour. So let's rock your world with this one. Give it a final 2-minute clock. This is your last call to get in. And remember how you need to be in before the 2-minute clock ends and before it says 0. We've got one bidder on the line. We'll find out who that is. It's at $2,500 only. So last chance, last call if you want in on it. It is now. And it is beautiful. And it is really the lovely stone that we thought so highly of. That's the one that needed the upgrade. And everybody by now probably thinks that yellow diamonds aren't an upgrade because we bring them to you fairly often and don't add a lot of extra expense for them when anything else should be true. They are extremely important. And you have that here. This really, really high-end, gorgeous diaspora. The cushion square is a dynamic because it feels a lot like the round. It's certainly giving a lot of visual like the round does. It's giving you a lot of spark. It's giving you a lot of bold. You're seeing the pinks and it's like a golden orange and a pink and a purple and a red, but also within the champagne kiwi green colors to it, even a little bit of blue sometimes comes through. And it's really, really lovely. So that's going to be 25. Last call. We've got now 1 minute left on the clock here. 1 minute to get you in, 50 seconds now. So please do hustle if you'd like to try to get in on this one. Yes. Okay, who's that? Did you say Tammy? All right, Tammy, you got it. She's feeling real confident. She's going, get me the ring size. Let me know how I need to size it if I even need to. Right now, the ring sits at a size, it's 7, even, exactly. So 7 right now. Might as well try it on one more time for you as well, Tammy, because it looks like it's going to be yours. That beautiful sunshine type of color there, $2,500 going once, twice, 10 seconds to make it official. Tammy, where's she calling from? I think we're shipping it out to her. It's going to Missouri. Congratulations, it's done. That's gone. Enjoy it. Let me show you this big time opal. Here's our one of a kind. Go for it. This has so much color. Golden base, kind of an orangey golden base. Look at the reds. You missing reds in an opal? Not here. White diamonds in baguettes and rounds on the sides. The item number here is 1129524. That's a crystal opal, but is not lacking color. It's got every bit the color saturation. It's got all the colors of the rainbow. And it's a 509 with 99 points in diamonds. Lovely, isn't it? It's a good one, and it's a big markdown tonight. So let me help you out with this price tag and make it a lot better than $49.99. One only on the opal. And if you think 5 carats is large, well, better take a look at it on, because it's going to look like a 10 carat plus all day. So just make sure you see what that's all about. And then the colors, I wish you could see what I just saw. Taking it up from the wheel to my hand in a brief moment, it's out of light completely, and it feels like we're getting you the normal look at it. And what a display of color this mighty stone gives you. It is something else. So it's taken a little leap of faith. It's believing a little bit in me and saying this stone gets a lot better than you can ever witness right now on TV, because TV is just not where we look our best. It's true. Opals, a lot of neon stones, most stones we have, they're never going to look their best under this type of light environment. This light environment is built for diamonds. And that's good. We're really proud of our diamonds. They're in everything we do. So they should look good. And they do, because it's the diamonds. But you got to see this opal in real life, so much more impactful than what you're even seeing right now. And it will not be 49 or 39 or 29. We're blowing it out for $1,999. And that is A1 only. $19.99. And then we got trillion cut earrings, Tanzanite drops, ruby. I've got a 1 carat plus ruby in a solitaire halo. That's going to be coming up as well. Ammolite's here. Alexandrite pendants are here. It's you name it, we got it. So if there's anything that's on your mind in jewelry, we can bring it on out for you, and we'll be happy to do that. Love it, actually. We would love it. And then there's even a big Paraíba pendant. It's like a $15,000 pendant. We've got it because it's a 20 karat Paraíba. So I don't know about you, but I don't mind the idea of 500 karat on a Paraíba, but I could make that even better for you. So we've got it all. I mean, you need a 15 karat or a 30 karat Tanzanite, we got it. You want the big drop earrings, we have the 24 karat plus earrings here, whatever you need. But $19.99, then we'll get to our hoops, our compass. I've only got 3 more pieces left to show you, and I have another hour left. So 3 pieces in an hour. I've already been moving in slow mode here because I don't have a ton of jewelry tonight. Let me know what your requests are and we'll help you out. Also want to show you this gorgeous piece. I spent a lot of time over the last couple of weeks looking at really high-end designer jewelry. And more on that to come in the later dates. Probably not something I'm allowed to talk about on TV here, at least on TVON. But let me show you this. This is a really cool style with the paperclip link chain that is really the essence of what's happening right now in high-end designer. And it looks it. It doesn't look, there's nothing that, you know, looks cheap about this. It doesn't look ordinary. It doesn't look like the basics. It is really stunning. And yet, coin jewelry is a thing. But I don't know if everyone's wearing a coin, because to me, I love sentimental jewelry, meaningful jewelry, but until I actually go to Italy, I want my lira to be from my travels to Italy, not from somebody else who traveled there on my behalf. That's just me. If it's going to mean something to me, I should be the one to pick it out. It should be reminiscent of a trip that I took and a luxury, you know, wonderful experience that I had seeing the world outside of Baldwin Park, you know, that kind of thing. Honestly, that's where I love a look like this, because the look is very cool. And yet, look at how it looks from a distance away. And I'm not sure what is going on here, the way it's I think it's just been sitting in a bag too long. But look at that, from a distance away. It's got that coin medallion feel without being a literal coin. Instead, we dressed it up with diamonds. And as far as I know, and I'm not a coin collector by profession, but I don't think any of the coins or currency have diamonds in them. So this is like that look where we kind of spiff it up a bit. You've got, we'll go up close here. I just wanted you to see all the angles. It's really well done. It's attached to the chain, so this is not one of those you remove. It's going to be attached to the chain, and you've got this really cool, and I think now I know why it's not sitting right, is because the chain is attached where it shouldn't be. So we'll just move that around and get that all set up. But you've got this beautiful, almost like Y style that it creates. It's got all the bigger diamonds here. That would be, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 of the baguettes, 1 in the centered round there, awfully big. It's going to be 11285.42. We've had it a couple of times. It's now reduced in price. It's $49.99, should be. We're going better. Here's the finishing. You could even wear that in reverse if you wanted to. No problem there. And this is what is not your normal chain. It's not a little basic chain that's got the diamond cutting. Instead, it is a full-on paper clip link chain that has got this nice width to it and really beautiful. And yet the medallion, it all makes sense. You got a bigger medallion, you want the chain to be heavier, you want the proportions to be correct. It's got this O-ring that attaches it so that when set properly, it's just a beautiful way that it's going to look. And those diamonds are huge. 33 points in the baguettes in total. I find that hard to believe. They look even larger. And a 21 point centered round in the middle of it all. And look at that, they're set burnished. So they're all set within the actual medallion of satin finishing. I mean, it is hot, hot. So let's take a look at it again from the hand here. And we're gonna blow it out. And this is something you wear every day. There's nothing that's oversized about it that takes it outside of like, okay, I'm only gonna wear that when I dress up, or I'm only gonna wear that with the strapless gown and the 6-inch heels. And no, you just wear this. I don't care, it could be like a boring business blazer, like boring blazer. I'm in a blazer, like it's boring, you know? There's nothing exciting about a Balmain blazer. It's been there, done that, but it's classic. So that's how you dress it up. You dress it up with a little bit of really good, artfully designed, super chic jewelry, and that's what this is. So let's blow it out. It's under $2,000. We're going under $19.99. We got a quick request for Andrew first before we get into our top of the hour. So Andrew, that's coming up if you want to jump on the phone lines. But we'll make this only $1,699 with that 54 points in diamonds that you're getting. So really important style. And you can see there how much of that, the mere finishing of the chain itself, which by the way is adjustable, so 18 inches, you probably know by now, you can use any of those links you want as a closure. Even though we kind of like map it out for you, if you want the classic links like 16, 17, do you see the O-rings that are in there? They're hard to even detect, but there's O-rings, so that'll easily identify where 16, 17, and 18 inches are. So if you kind of know that's your length, you know how, I don't know if anyone's as OCD as I am, but I'm very like particular about lengths of everything. But like when I put on a necklace, I want that very precise length because every neckline's different. This is one of those that if you know your length, you just immediately find it. But you can really fine tune it because you can use any of those links to actually fasten it. So you can go 6.5, you could go 14 inches and make it a choker. You could go anywhere you want to. Just know that you're not limited to just 16, 17, and 18. You can make it any length you want. All right, Andrew, we've got your Alexandrite next. It's a good one. Does Andrew know this ring, Andy? Like this is some, okay, so was he looking for a men's ring? This is not it, to be honest. It's not a men's ring. So we don't have a men's style? Okay. Well, Andrew, this is not, I mean, you wear what you want, but this is not a traditional men's ring. It's wide, but it's not a men's ring, I would say. It's anything, you know how I choose a men's ring? If it's set up in prongs, this is kind of an industry thing. If it's set up in prongs at all, it's usually not considered a men's ring. Now, it's a wide band of gold. It's great for our ladies out there, but I would not say it's a men's ring because the width of the band, lovely, definitely the stature of a men's ring, but the way the diamonds are burnished, the Alexandrite set above the band, not into the band. So really just again, now don't get me wrong, it's a gorgeous 95 point Alexandrite. It's got purple showing through, which tells you a lot about the height of color change on this one. And it's a nearly 1 carat stone, so it's really good size. So I'm probably gonna say we're gonna open this up to anyone besides our requester, perhaps here, unless he really says that's what I'm looking for. It's 9067. The stone is, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of our moonstones. It's giving a lot more color than you usually see out of Alexandrite because we're only in one type of lighter environment. So technically, you're not supposed to see any purples. I'm seeing purples. I see more purple than I see blue-greens here, and look what that does. It is a fabulous elongated cushion, so it's going to look even bigger than 95 points. It is also 53 points in diamonds. They're different sizes. They're all burnished in. It's kind of got this cool like champagne bubble effect. And it is going to be $79.99 should be. We've got designer necklaces still going out the door. Thank you. I'm glad you love it. Those are my designer girls out there. Loving the medallion necklace we just had. But now we talk about Alexandrite before we get to our top of the hour, which is Tanzanite. And we blow this out right now for less than $7. Less than $6. You don't find 1 carat Alexandrites all that often. And we are so proud to bring you this one in all those amazing colors. Look at the, now if you go into UV light, it would be nothing but purple. Purples and reds. If you're in nothing but incandescent, or rather if you're in nothing but fluorescent light, blues and greens. Kind of looks like Paraiba into a really, really rare purple sapphire. I'll take any one. But the fact this is one durable stone that's giving you the ability to wear it every single day and never worry about it because Alexandrite's an 8.5 on the most scale, so you're good to go there. Wear it every day. Don't even worry about it. It's not one of those exotics you got a baby and worry about, okay, I'll wear it, but I'm only going to just walk around like this with my hands up in the air. I don't want to touch anything. I don't want to scratch it. This is one that's plenty durable for everyday wear. It's one of those great exotics that is, and we're going to get to our Tanzanite next, but this has got to go first, and this is our first request of the day. And let me just tell you, what a good one it is. If you want Alexandrite at a next to nothing price in a big size, here it is, and I'll blow it out for $2,999. There is only one, and that is our nearly 1 carat Alexandrite stone. How about that? And it's only one, so first caller, go and get it. At $29.99, we got rubies, but I do want to show you the Tanzanite that's in that new mounting, and we're going to go wild on this one because it's a 532. So it's really an amazing stone and one of those sizes that everybody tends to really love. So we'll bring that to you. And we got more on the way, but again, get requests in if you have them. We'd love to help you out there. Any requests you've got at all, it really does help to hear from you. It gives us a little bit of guidance. We can bring out, you never know, might be your dream piece that comes out at a tremendous discount. Okay, so we flashed this earlier. Told you the countdown was on. We've got this Tanzanite in a brand new mounting. And I know these baguettes, they're just so tough to show because they reflect gray on some occasions because of the glare. Think of it like a mirror. And if you've ever had a mirror out in the sunlight, you know what happens when a lot of light hits that mirror. It can be this blinding effect, and for a moment, it just looks dark. The baguettes are pristine. These are baguettes that are set like they're tapered, but they're not. They're full baguettes which are going to be those larger sizes. And then they're all set at different angles to create this almost confetti party look around. And we still added some rounds in. Welcome in, everybody. It's our big Wednesday night. We only have about 54 minutes left. If you have any requests or anything that you're curious about from the previous 2 hours, let me know. Please verbalize that by dialing that phone number and we'll help you out. This is our last hour though, down to 54 minutes. We've got Tanzanite that's new design, new mounting, still putting everything on sale. I hope you don't mind. Take a look at this. This is going to be our big Tanzanite 532 oval, Museum Reserve, the ultimate Tanzanite here. And you've got the best out there. And I'll tell you, in the last couple days, I've had the best emails, messages, rave reviews. Not that this is new. It's not new. But I'll tell you what, people ask me this all the time. You know what a question I get? Do you get tired of hearing all the compliments about the jewelry? And the answer is, it's why I do it. It is the reason I do the job. It's the reason I do this. It's the reason I stand on the air for 3 hours a day and talk to you about this stuff, is because of that. Because I believe in the quality. Nobody else, who else can say this? Nobody else offers quality like this. Nobody. Forget the value for a minute. Forget about value. Irrespective of value, nobody in the world offers this quality of jewelry and of Tanzanite. So to be able to bring that and bring that consistently, not a once in a not one here and one there a year, like consistently. And I know it gets boring to see the best, doesn't it? It's always the best. It's always the best. It is. Can you imagine what would happen here? There'd be riots in the street if I brought like a low quality Block C Tanzanite. You'd go, what the heck is that? What happened? What happened to her? What happened to TVON? What's going on? What gives? What's that about? You don't want that. This is what you want. And what we have here is 112-9968. This is last call though, because we don't have a lot of blue wings to go around. And it's 9968, 532. And then look at this dynamic mounting, new right now, with all the diamonds flaring out from the center. Where do you see the mix and match? And I got to zoom back just a little bit because I felt like one of those diamonds. I was not showing you the whole diamond there. Look at those baguettes, the way that they are done, and then the extra ones. Like for me, it's the sides there with the east and west. There's those extra baguettes that kind of go right on over the band there, make that transition between the classic halo, covering a little bit of that band, making it look a little bit higher end. Diamond weight overall, 61 points. Okay, fine. It looks like so much more. And watch every diamond. Focus on one diamond and watch it go completely, well, flashy, flashy. Bright white. That's what they do. These are the mix and the match. And for me, it's the way, like when you look at it, sections of 3 is how it's developed here. So 2 at a diagonal, 1 in the middle. 2 at a diagonal, 1 in the middle. 2 at a diagonal, 1 in the middle. That's what happens all the way throughout around this halo. This is not your basic halo. I'll show you what a basic halo looks like. This ruby is a basic halo, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. That's fine. That's a basic halo. Round brilliance all the way around. This is a different way and a better way. I'm sorry, baguettes are more expensive than round brilliance. They are. And so to use all those baguettes in a different creative way, it creates this like burst of diamond action. It makes the halo so much more interesting than every other one you've seen. It's really giving this, you got this great trademark material in the middle. Why not emphasize that with a great mounting? It's like, this is the way you do it. This is the thought process of putting together a really high-end, high-quality blue wing, the Museum Reserve best here while we still have it, and what should be, I kid you not, guys, this is here today. I can't do this. I'm going to really struggle transitioning to these prices, guys. $99.99. Right here, 90, it says right there, 90, that's what it says, 99, I'll show you. It's supposed to be $99.99 tonight. I want to stay in our little happy place of value here for a bit longer, give you a great value, because there's somebody out there watching that doesn't yet have one that needs that value, that figures, did I miss the boat? Did I mistime it? Did I just completely lose the opportunity to get those blue wings at a better price than anywhere else? No, you did not. You've got that happening right now tonight. And let's make it better than 99. I don't know if there's any other way to do this, because even if I go bonkers and blow it out at $49.99, it might still stay here. So let's go even lower than that. $49.99 is half. That's 50% off. I just spent a long time giving you 10% off. That would have been $89.99. That ain't gonna go. We're not there yet. We're not adapted to the new world pricing. And I don't want tonight to be that night. So here's what I'm gonna do. Instead of $49, I'm going to go ahead and I've already given you 50% off. So if that's not like really pushing the envelope of value, I don't know what is. There's only one way I can go lower, and that is to put it on the auction block. Now, the last auction I did was a few minutes ago. I had one whole bidder. One bidder got the value of a lifetime on a diaspore. Now I'm going to do it again because I know with the blue wings, listen, not everybody's adept at, like, we're not all familiar with diaspore. It's not on everybody's radar. Tanzanite is on everybody's radar. And if you want to not even mess around with any of the subpar material out there, well, you got it right here. You got the best of the best. I'm going to go less than $49.99. I'm going to go on an auction block. We're going to go $4,500 to open and see who wants it. And every one of those baguettes, I know it's not often when we're looking at a big Tanzanite that we're talking about diamonds, but those baguettes are very important individually. They're very important on a singular basis, each and every one of them, going all the way around. We're not doing 45. I don't want to run into the same issue that happened a few minutes ago where we have a one and done. I'd love to give everybody the chance to experience this Tanzanite. You should be able to get the best. You've got a very limited time to do that, though, because of what's left, or I should say what's not left at this point. We have very few. How about $4,000 to open? Come on in. This is the ultimate halo. And if you know, that's always what people ask me is, I don't know what to do with my setting because I want to keep it classic because I want to love it for years and years. Some of you may even think beyond our lifetime. Maybe you're thinking about the generations beyond our own. Maybe you're thinking about, I need to keep it classic because I know my daughter's going to wear it, my great-granddaughter's going to wear it, and my great-granddaughter and her granddaughter. Like, this stays in the family heritage forever. This is, and if you think that someone else along the line is going to own better, it's impossible. It is impossible. It's the best that's ever been mined since 1967. This little vein of the D block that we have exclusively here is the best. And there's only Block C left mining currently, which is a very inferior product. So it's still Tanzanite, it's still from the earth, but it's very light in color. There's no saturation to speak of. So there isn't the option of going forward to get a better material. It's not like even if it's got another 20 years left, which it doesn't, if it you're only looking at Block C. That's light. It's barely their color. And it doesn't matter how much you heat it or treat it, it's not going to get that saturation of the D block. This is how you get the best. It's exclusively ours, and we're going to go better than $4,000. We're going to have to. I want callers and action and activity, and let's do it. It's not going to be $4,000. Let's go $35 on a brand new mounting when there's, I'm sorry guys, but I don't control the gold market. There's $2,000 in the band. That band right here, this band, if that's all there is, that band, that's $2,000 right now. Oh, and by the way, while we're here, we'll look at the undergallery. There's a great finishing on the inside, great finishing on the undergallery. It's $3,500 now money. It's no money for that ring. New design, new mounting, great diamonds around it. We don't have 35? Come on. Uh-oh. Well, it's a $10 increment, if it matters. It's $10, but that doesn't matter right now because it don't matter until we get the open. And we're still searching for that, and we have 35. And what's everyone else doing on Tanzanite? Are theirs in gold? Do theirs have any diamonds? If they're not speaking on the diamond weight, there's probably not much, right? Maybe an accent, 5 points, 10 points. We're giving you 61 points, but of the quality. Big, bright VS, mostly baguettes in this new design. And I know the new designs are tough because we don't know. We haven't seen it before. So it's not the one that you're real familiar with or know the price inside out because you've been watching a while. You could watch every show I do. You've never seen this mounting. This is the tough part. And here we are on a day like today, and no $3,500 open. And no, it's not going to be 35 because I will get the open, and we will get a lot of callers in. And it just matters who's in first, who's ready to go, who's getting the value. Let's make it better than 35 or 34 or 33 or 32. Sharon, I've got your request for Counzite coming up after this, but we need some bidders now. And 32, nope, not going to work. Guys, right now, if the gold is $2,000, that means right now you're paying $1,200. For a 5 carat 32 Tanzanite and a 61-point diamond weight. And I say that because the gold is the indisputable. Like, nobody can do better. If you're shopping gold, so this is why everyone's showing you stainless steel right now. Because nobody can do gold jewelry anymore. The prices are just cost prohibitive. We are still doing it because, quite frankly, the second I put that Tanzanite in stainless steel, just say goodbye. That's not appropriate. You can't put that quality stone and that quality diamonds in stainless steel. It doesn't work. So here's what we have. Instead of 32, instead of 31, I'm going to give it a last offering here at $3,000 to open. That's it. And we're saving you right now, potentially, if someone bids, $7,000. Because $99.99, I was just making a statement. $49.99 has nothing to do with the price tag that was supposed to happen. It was just my point of saying, here's our $10,000 piece, and that's what happens if I give you 50% off. Now we're far more than that, because now we're getting close to 75% off. And I know we missed 10%, but I am giving you better. That's a fact. So here it is. Take a look at it. $3,000 to open. Let's see what we got. 60 seconds to get it started, and then we go from there. We've got a big ruby. I flashed it. We've got a Sharon Counzite, lovely Counzite emerald cut for you. We've got diamond hoops, trillion studs, and maybe your request. But 45 seconds now to get this thing going on a brand new, super dynamic, bright as can be halo design with mostly the baguettes. So not your basic, not your average, not your, yeah, I've seen that before. This is new right now. You've got this huge moment to get in and go $3,000 to start, 20 seconds left. And Blue Wing, I know most of you have one, but we have collectors at this point. They want to get one to have a different shape, a different style, a different size that they don't already have. Maybe they're thinking of gifting one. I mean, you wear your Tanzanite jewelry. That's the beauty of it. You can wear it every day, but it's nice to have a variety to choose from, and when these values are so undeniable, you take advantage. All right, Sharon, we're going to show you your Counzite next. It's going to be $112.93.49, and we'll leave that behind. I'm going to get that one because I don't have a Tanzanite yet. 7+ years. It's been 7 years and a month of bringing them, and I don't have one yet because you guys buy them all. But now it looks like hopefully everybody just has many of them, and we're done with it, and that's good because we're almost sold out of them. So it's time for me to get mine. But take a look at this. Sharon, you've got the emerald cut here. It's a great one. It's got a couple of interesting things going on here on the sides. It's got the princess cuts and the rounds together here. Those are actually princess cuts down the middle, 2 of them. And then there's 2 round brilliants, 2 princess cuts, 2 round brilliants on either side. So it's going to be $93.49. It's our big 877. It's got those luxury neons, the blues, the purples amongst the pink there. And that's our 877 with 43 points in diamonds. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And there is only this one. So it will be a quick to go, and that gives you a better look at the major color, because in this little bit lower light, you're really getting a look at it and what it's going to look like in person when you get it home. It's not a great stone. More purple than it is pink, which is obviously what the Afghan material is all about. That's what you want to see. That rich, saturated purple. We have one. Let's blow it out for Sharon, shall we? Or first caller. It's first caller who says yes. We're going to take the $59.99 piece, Sharon, and we're going to bring it right on down for you. Just $1,999 instead on a nearly 9-carat Counzite stone. Best of the best. Do we have a couple of you thinking about, is that verifications on the auction? Is that what we're doing? I know we've had some calls here since I left the Tanzanite, so we'll see what's going on there. Maybe we've got some folks verifying on the auction, see if we need to revisit it. I'm happy to do that. If you need a little extra time to think about it, you can always revisit the auction. Speaking of revisiting items, I want to show you that brooch that we had earlier, the Tanzanite pendant we had earlier. We got a few pieces that need to go, and that's going to be what we'll do in the next 40 minutes that we have of airtime. This is the Star Ruby Collector's Brooch Pendant combination. Million ways to wear it, east, west, north, south, independent, or as a brooch, and that is 6 individual star rubies. I need a jeweler who just wants to take those out and make 6 different rings, because that is wild. $288 in your star rubies, all unheated, of course. This is 18 karat gold, and a lot of it because it's 1.5 inches in length, and that's going to be 28 points in diamonds. Now that piece, do you see there? The pin goes right behind that long straight edge of 18K, and then you've got 2 bales. So it allows you to wear it east, west, or north, south, however you want. And those are great looking rubies. We're going to do that one for $9.99. Just a reminder from earlier tonight. Great style to get a hold of there. That's a lot of 18 karat gold for under $1,000, isn't it? Not to mention every single star ruby exhibiting that awesome asterism. And then the diamonds as well, bigger diamonds between the rubies, diamonds along the edge of the brooch as well. That's a really cool piece at $9.99. Take it if you love it. It's a better than markdown price, and we got that one still here for you. Speaking of rubies, if you want to go one big faceted stone, we've got this one, a roval, nearly a round ruby. And it's a huge size because anytime you get a Burma over a carat, any ruby, but especially out of Burma, because these are the ideal, it's a 1 carat 07 Burma ruby. It's got a roval cut to it. It's 1119270. See, going back to these 111 numbers when we're now in the 113s, that's important. And you've got a value built in, even if I just leave it at the price it was so many years ago. You get the better value tonight. There is only one. It stays in white gold. It's our carat 07, and that's a really classic style. So classic. It's been in the royal family for years, for generations, and it will continue to be. You have generations of family members you have not met yet. They will know about the world famous, probably the most famous piece of jewelry finished in the world is that sapphire that's worn in the British royal family, correct? And the way that was first designed, of course, and now will be in the family forever, and that will be given to all the different queens that exist. I mean, think about the stature, the history, the legacy built into a design like this. This is why, by default, it's the #1 requested design out there. It's a halo with round brilliant diamonds, and it's our 107 ruby with 52 points. And a ruby is like a sapphire. They are the same family of corundum, but important to get the ruby out of Burma because it is always considered the best. Always has been, always will be. And it's a, whoa, this is $49.99. We're going to blow it out right now. Get ready. And the Counzite's still here. If anybody wants that request that we brought out for Sharon, it's available. I'm going to guess she's saying no to that one, so you can go ahead and grab it if you'd like, because again, all the jewelry is eligible for any shopper. So again, no piece is really, designed for any one person. So give us a call if you want any of the pieces you've seen earlier today. This is not going to be $5,000 or $4,000 or $3,000 or $2,000 or even $19.99. And when there's a roval at stake, that is a rare cut. Think of how, first of all, you don't get a lot of rubies that get up to 1 carat in size. The rough simply is never that large. It's why this is a chromium-rich stone, and chromium itself doesn't allow for the rough crystal to grow that large. So when you end up with a faceted stone that is over 1 carat, that's extremely important. Imagine how big that rough had to be. And that's what's so unusual. You don't get a lot of big rough out of the ruby world. And now we're taking it less than even $19.99, even less than $1,500. We got a good one for you. It's going to be a really, really, really special buy, but you got to be quick because we keep going under $1,499 when there's a band of $2,000. We, of course, did not make this today. This goes back about a decade since this was made. Think of everything that's happened with not just gold, but diamonds and rubies in 10 years. 10 years, and I've been here every step of the way just talking about the incessant price increases, and yet you're not paying any of that. Take a look at this. One only, guys. That's going to be it. One only, and we'll blow it out for $1,399. A brand new price marked down for you tonight. On the ruby with the halo with the over half carats, there aren't a lot of diamonds there. It's not 50 diamonds there. They're not one-pointers. It's bigger stones throughout that halo, really amping it up. $1,399 and a roval on top of it. There's another ruby. It's a 50-pointer, and it's actually in 2 tones of metal. This is actually platinum and 18 karat gold. If you want a ruby that's a half carat, I have that one. I have really rare Royal Zambarn earrings. Aqua, the aqua emerald cut. Do you remember a long time ago, a couple hours ago, we had this trio of aquas. It was the emerald cut everyone was fighting over. I actually found you, since we've been on the air here, an emerald cut aquamarine in a pendant. Now this is weird because you're going to look through it right now and you're going to see things that aren't there. You're seeing the undergallery. This is the undergallery. So see that star-like design? That's just the angle it's setting at. When you see it in person, you're going to notice the fabulous emerald cutting of the stone, the great saturation, which is that same thing we saw earlier in the ring. It's 112.95.45. The difference here is this is 18 karat gold. It's a 197. So the good news is it's about the same size emerald cut. It's got 30 points in diamonds. This time baguettes and rounds together. Really goes beautifully with the ring. I don't know who picked it up, but if you did and you're here and you want a pendant to match, it's wonderful for that. It's a match. And it's the emerald cutting with the best color. And all you're seeing now, you're seeing a little bit of that under gallery through it. You will not see that when it's on your neckline. And I will show that to you now. Prove that to you. So see how just all about those bright blues of that step faceting right there. We'll show you the length, should be 3/4 of an inch. We will verify that. Here it is. So there you go, 3/4 of an inch. I'll try it on just in case you're curious what that's going to look like from across the room. That's what it would look like on the neckline, and we'll take it lower than $2,000. I don't know about you, but that one looks bigger than a 2-carat to me, because some stones, when they're wider in the emerald cut, they do that. And that's what you're seeing here as we go back up close and take it much lower than 19, 18, 17. Love the finishing, because that's going to be what sets against the neckline. So I really appreciate, someone who has to take care of that area a lot, because it's on, high definition camera all the time. I got to tell you, I love when something really feels good against the neckline and doesn't have any abrasive, any kind of weird finishings in the back. It's just, you want it to be smooth. That's a delicate part of the body that as women we want to protect, and we want to have, we put a lot of time. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't do skincare or any of that. I don't do anything. I know I'm getting to the point where it's like, yeah, you probably should, honey. But I'm not really, I don't do potions and lotions and plastic surgeries and Botox and fillers. I don't do any of that. But I got to say, you just want to take care that your jewelry doesn't take you backwards, right? And I've put on a lot of jewelry to know that when you don't have finishing like that, it can be something you immediately don't want to put on, and then what's the point? You really want to be able to wear your jewelry with ease, with comfort. It should feel as good as it looks, and it really should. And this is not 17 or 16 or $15.99. We'll go ahead and blow it out, and we'll do this right now for $14.99. $14.99 one collar, and that's in 18-karat solid. It does stay in the white gold, but I think with that aqua, especially in the emerald cutting, you probably just want to leave it there as it is. I think that's a really nice idea. The white gold, the aqua, they really work well together. So that is amazing, okay? So $14.99, that would be one only there. Goes with the emerald cut ring we had earlier, which is awfully exciting. So think about that. We know how popular the emerald cut was. There were unfortunately a lot of people who missed out on the ring. So we wanted to bring you something to match here, and glad we found one. Glad that it's here for you. Any requests for our last 30 minutes, please let me know. We'll help you out with that as well. We'd love to do that and help you out with anything you can imagine, anything we can bring out for you. If there is something we can discount for you at all, happy to do that as well. And we will, continue to bring you discounts for the next 30 minutes here today. Do you want to remind you about the Tanzanite? Because this is something that I know we had some questions on, and some of you thinking about. I know the new design takes some time to get familiar and research it and think about the value, or maybe you checked in with our competitors up and down the dial and said, yeah, I see Tanzanites right now going for a whole lot more money, and they don't look that good. Exactly. There usually is, the rule of thumb with jewelry is usually better quality, pay more. Lower quality, pay less. I am so proud to say that we are the home for getting more and paying less, and that is what we do every single day. And sale or not, this is really what it's about. And I think that you're seeing, I got to be honest with you guys, because it's a TV show. I can't tell you it's a deal if it's not a deal, and I can't prove to you that it's a deal if it's not a deal. You know, you're a smart group. You know. This is a value, a $10,000 piece. I took 50% off, which still got it to $5,000, as great as that is. And I'll tell you, the love letters, the praise, just in the last 48 hours since I last saw you guys, it's amazing the kind of praise we get for our Tanzanites. There are people who still get their new Tanzanite for the first time through us, and they see the difference and understand now why everybody who knows of blue winged block D is raving about blue winged block D. I'm going to skip the auction here. I realize there have been a few of you that have called in since the auction opportunity and dialed in and asked, could we bring it back out? Can we put it up again? Here's your last call to get it. I'm going to skip the auction though, and I'm not going to put it back at $99.99. And I'm certainly not going to ask for $49.99. I want you to have that value. That is obviously as we transition from one event to another, where we're showing you new, updated designs, beautiful quality, best of the best. And mark my words, you're not going to find a better material out there. Not in Tanzanite. It is literally impossible. You could spend $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 on Tanzanite, and it will not be any better. Sometimes it is not always as plain and simple and straightforward as the more I spend, the more I get. We are the exception, and we will show you that you don't have to spend a lot to get that top quality, and we're doing it right now. And instead of that auction, since that's a no-go, we're going to make this even better and not even ask for $3,000. It will be $29.99. This is now just a first caller situation. Everybody's seen it. We talked about it. We dropped it and dropped it and dropped it some more in price tag. And now we're saying first caller, $29.99. I have had the most rave reviews about Tanzanite. Just in the last, now this has been going on for 7 years. We've had Blue Wings since December 18th of 2018. So it's been over 7 years of bringing this material. But now we're into the museum reserve level. And the one that, you know what, can't stop staring at, you'll find even when you don't wear it out of the house. You're going to be wearing it and find yourself wearing and staring at your jewelry even when no one else is around. Isn't that a true testament to just, I'm wearing it because I love it. And isn't that why we wear, forget what everyone else thinks. We wear jewelry because we love it. We don't pick out jewelry based on what's mom going to like, what's my sister going to like, what's my best friend going to like. We don't buy. Listen, if you're buying jewelry for them, then you want to consider what they like. But when you're buying jewelry, it's a personal experience. And like I said, you can have the best salesperson in the world up here. If you don't like it, you don't like it, right? And what you like is different from what your neighbor's going to like, and what your best friend's going to like, and what someone else watching across the country is going to like. We all, as humans and as women, like different things. So I love that we're bringing something for everybody. And over these last 7+ years, I have really made a point to show you different shapes, different designs, of course, different price points. But if you find that you love some piece of jewelry and you have that emotional, that some would say even maybe perhaps spiritual, I mean, I may not be exaggerating here. If you're really a jewelry lover, it's a spiritual connection you had to a piece. When you love it, you know it. And those are the pieces you should be able to get. And that's what we're doing with this value. $29.99. The price tag is so right. You can say yes. And if you're having that moment right now where you're saying that I've got to have, sometimes you just got to have it. You know you love it. If you love it from the beginning, you're going to love it forever. If you're talking yourself into it, probably not. But when you love something, you need that reaction. You need that immediate, I got to have it reaction. And when that comes along and you find a piece of jewelry where that is the case, those are the ones you're going to love forever. Don't feel bad if you have pieces you bought before that just aren't your favorites now. That happens. It happens, and you either resell them. That's the thing about jewelry. It's not like you donate it. You can literally pass it down. You can literally resell it. You probably, if you bought it from us, gonna make money when you do anyways. So it's like a win-win. So wear what you love, but try these amazing pieces, because when it comes to Tanzanite, there is no better quality. So you're resting assured you've got the best locked in. You've got the best there is, bar none. So you don't need to worry about that. And that's half the battle with jewelry. Right now we find ourselves asking questions like, is it real? What's inside of it? What's in that metal? Is that gold, or is that just look-alike? Is that a real diamond, or is that faux? Is that man-made? Those are the issues that, at least when you tune in here, we never have to discuss it. And we discuss it for comparison purpose, but the truth is you never have to worry about that. Always getting the best of natural stones, fine diamonds, solid gold, all those things that we insist upon for you, so that it takes all the guesswork that the jewelry world has gotten very confusing, and it's getting more so. And now we take the guesswork out of it. You know what you're getting. You know you're getting the top quality, all of that. But here it is, $29.99. Someone's got to own it. I'm going to leave it up there till it goes, until it finds its rightful new home and owner, where it can be loved and cherished and worn and enjoyed, all the things we look for in great jewelry. But that value is there. And for a 532 that an oval is going to look even larger than that, and you've got great diamonds around it, and you've got so much to love with that stone, and yet baguettes, huge upgrade. We love our VS diamonds, but sometimes it's not just about the quality, it's about the cutting, the size of those diamonds individually, all of that, and you've got it all here for $29.99. It's amazing. You are getting a choice, by the way, of gold color, so if that was at all an issue, I know it says WG up there, which usually means white gold. You got a choice here. It doesn't have to be white gold. It can be yellow. It can be rose, whatever you want it to be. But that's the way it's got to go. Can't stay here at $3,000. As soon as we have someone, listen, if the folks that are tuned in don't want it, great, but someone else new is going to tune in here and go, whoa, there's the value of a lifetime. I got to have it. And again, look at it on the hand here. Stunning example of what red flash is all about, what great new designer mountings are about. It's finished on the inside. I mean, when was the last time you saw a halo with an undergallery? Doesn't usually do that. This one has the undergallery all built in. So you've got so much to love about it. And yet, does anyone have this one yet? Joanne, did you get this one or something else? This is amazing, right? Who else is going to give you a Tanzanite like that? For $29.99. Great designer mounting, white, yellow rose, in your size, shipped for free, still doing all that. All those extras, which can amount to a couple $1,000s of added value that you don't pay for. Big Mandarin is here. The new earrings, these are like a light yellow trillion cut earring that we have. See, I'm never gonna get that Tanzanite out of my mind. Just, it's too good to stay here. Beautiful. And the red's coming through. Here are, okay, these are too much money. They're too much money. I'll skip those. I'm gonna get to our diamond earrings. Let's skip the studs. We're gonna go for the diamond earrings here. Princess cuts though, in a hoop. So now we're talking about a different type of exotic cut in diamond. Princess cuts, 2, 4, 7 of them. 7 all the way through the front. And a great hinged lever back detail. About 23 minutes left to go in the show. So if you got any requests or anything you want to see from earlier, got to scoop those up. Maybe it's the Alexandrite. Maybe it's that ruby, opal, yellow diamond, Counzite, one aqua left. I'll show them all to you. We're going to recap. We're going to have quite the recap here for you coming up. We even had a conch pearl for $12.99. Necklace, platinum, everything. We had a pink sapphire for under $1,000. We had a Tanzanite for under $7,000. It was 14 carats plus, all of those. We're going to recap. But this is my last item of the show before we get to our recap. And we have 1129047. Look at that. 7 stones, 14 in total. And you have the princess cuts. That is right there, princess cuts. Those are the 2 words that make all the difference here. 86 points. Every other hoop I've had, and I've had hundreds of hoops here. Hundreds, have sold thousands of hoops. It's been a lot of hoops over the years. 9 years, hoops every day. Rarely does a show go by that I don't have hoop earrings in it. Every variety, every size, round brilliants are mostly the case. This is where you're getting the upgrade. Princess cuts are huge. They are very difficult to work with because they have to be 2 things. Precision cut. They have to be, they're basically squares. When we think of squares, usually we're talking about Asher cut. Asher cut is step faceting, doesn't give you quite the same flash that a brilliant does. This is like having a round brilliant though in a square shape because a round brilliant is round. This is a round brilliant splash inside a square cut. 86 points in the diamonds, white, yellow, or rose gold. I got the white gold ready to go out. They can go out tomorrow. They are wearable in their size. They're not oversized. They're not gigantic. This is a 3/4 inch, which is like the happy place. It's the nice little, everybody can wear it size that tends to be over the years, the most popular size of earring we have is 3/4 inch. And this is what they look like from a distance. So you can see here, one big row, there's that 3/4 inch. You can see they're more of an oval shape, so they're not as wide as they are lengthy. So when you see them this way, they're about 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch. They have this, oh, let me just show it, hinge. So that's pretty easy because all you do is pop that open and then push it closed. That's it. It doesn't touch the post. You don't need to worry about your post bending, breaking, warping, anything weird that allows your earring suddenly one day doesn't fit or it falls out. Never going to happen here. It's hinged in such a way where you just put them on and you know they're secure and you don't even have to worry about anything else. You just make sure that you flip that backing on and they're good to go. That's how they look from a distance, so you can really see why these bigger princess cuts make such an impact, why they're so big and bold, why they look so, so good. You see how chubby they are? They're not oversized. These aren't like the tire hoops that we see, but they've really got that substantial, but they're all diamonds. It's not like a diamond in the midst of a lot of gold. It's all about the diamonds there. So really important style, very wearable. Let's go back up close. I just wanted you to see the perspective from a distance away. And we're gonna blow them out, and this could be your every single day. Not everybody's gonna have 25 pairs of an earring, because maybe you're just going to default and wear the same one every day, or at least most of the time. If you are in love with princess cuts, maybe you got our bands, maybe you know princess cuts are just elite and that's the style you like to present to the world is elite, high-end elegance, but with some fire. I think that's probably traits that some of us actually as people and as humans and as women probably share. Elegant, but with some fire, you know? Like we're elegant, but we've got the big personality and life of all that. That's what a princess cut embodies. And it's a fairly new cut. This hasn't been around forever and ever and ever. So it's really just specialty and beautiful and should be high end. There's usually a premium price tag, not here. We're going to do better than even, I don't like $19.99. We're going to go a lot lower than that and get you the value on nearly a carat in bigger diamonds, and they wear with everything, go every day, put them on, comfortable to wear, and maybe even just going to be that good size to give as a gift because you can feel good knowing they're going to love them as well. But it will not be $1,500. We're going all-time blowout here, and then we're going to embark on quite the recap. It's going to be a whole wheel of jewelry, and you're going to pick what you like. We're going to show you everything, and we're going to get all the pieces out the door, and we've got 18 minutes to do it. So first, we take these under $1,500. We're not asking for $14.99. We're going to blow them out right now, extra $100 off. I'll make them $13.99 a pair, and that's white or yellow or rose. So you're going to choose your favorite. You let me know what color you need. That's all you need to do. If you do want the white gold, they go out tomorrow. So no issue there. There's not even a wait time except for what? The 2 days it takes to get from us to you, and that's usually what it is, usually 2 days. When it ships out, 2 days. So that's really nice, and $13.99. So theoretically, could be by probably by Monday you're wearing them. Maybe even Saturday if you get Saturday delivery. Like they could be to you. So this is really important. So I'm going to build a recap, and it's going to be quite the recap. And we're going to have pieces up here that you've seen, some of which were requested. We're going to start here with probably the best Alexandrite we've ever had. For those colors it's exhibiting, but I've got more and more. And we got 17 minutes to move every piece. I'm probably going to have 17 pieces up here. So the good news is we'll go a piece a minute here, and we'll take them all the way down. And I know we're going to need some room, but I'm building a wheel. And you know what they say. Well, that's probably a little too far. I don't want to see all the background, but I do want to show you as much as we can of pendants and rings, as much as we possibly can. This is one of our better values of this show today, is this Tanzanite right here. The Tanzanite is a fancy cut. It's actually with the big fancy cut diamond as well. I'm going to show you the biggest Tanzanite I've got, which is the 14 karat. That is good. That is real good. And look at how still same colors and dynamics as you see in that fancy kite cut. I have the last aqua here. This is the last aqua. Check this out. This is the pear shape. We had a trio. I also have one more designer ring. It's Ferrari. Let me show you that one if I still have it here. I think I do. I've got one last Ferrari ring. There was funny, we had trios. Out of the trios, we had 2 gone, 1 left. So I'm going to show you what's here. We do have the aqua. Look at this. This is the, that's the fancy designer ring right here. Don't let that be the first Ferrari piece ever to stay. That's going to be our multicolored diamonds, and we've got that for only $11.99. I went really low on that one. Also, the aqua ring that I added red up front here, that's going to be only $9.99, the most affordable thing that's up there so far, and probably will be. Also have the 1 carat 81 yellow. We're about to be really busy on the phone lines because it's last call. We're still melting, guys. We're not in the era of let's just keep things and let the inventory build. We've kind of got a new policy here. If things go on the air and they get there one time in the sun, they stay around, they get melted down. We're not gonna be showing you jewelry over and over and over again. I'm not a big fan of that myself. I always say there's only 2 reruns I'll watch. I Love Lucy and Sex and the City. That's it. I don't like reruns in my shows. So this is it, guys. That's it. Look at that. That is a gorgeous Counzite. That was by request, so I think a lot of us shied away. Don't be shy about that one. That one's available for you. Also have this pendant. This was our big aqua. This is the aqua, which actually would work really well with that pear shape or any of the aquas you picked up. That's my aqua pendant under $1,500. What else? I don't think the brooch is going to sit up here on its own by itself, but look at that. $9.99. For an entire ruby brooch. It's got 6 individual asterism rubies. Come on. 6 rubies that are star rubies and 18 karat gold and diamonds. It's under $1,000. It's $9.99. Also this ruby. So not a star ruby, but a star ruby, if you know what I mean. Sometimes it doesn't have a literal star, but it's a star in its own right. There's our ruby roval. That's our 1 carat 07 ruby. And what else? Oh, these earrings. These flared out left and right design earrings. These are so cool. Wear them as ear crawlers or wear them north to south. Look at that. How these are even here at this point, who knows? But this is where, again, that's why if you're busy watching the news tonight and you're going, I'd rather just, let me end my night with some jewelry. Let me end the night with some happiness. Let me end the night with some glamour, some beauty. Here it is. The earring. Look at the diamond, that huge diamond. That's the 181. We never see that size of diamond. So that's important as well. And does that do it for our recap? Think so. Oh, wait, we also had the conch pearl and the pink sapphire. So pretty much the whole show right here at the end for you to choose what you wish. What you want, what you need, what you want, and what you want to save on. That's really important. There's that Marquise pink. This is my 181 yellow diamond. That's got to go for that price, $69.99. You know what else is $69.99? The big Tanzanite right there. The 14 karat 07 emerald cut is only $69.99, as is this 181 in the yellow diamond. This is a $19.99 opal. You're only seeing partial of the color play that has. Pink sapphire is only, what are we doing on that? $9.99 on the pink sapphire, $9.99 on the aqua in front of it right there. That's $14.99 on the other side. The aqua pendant down to only $14.99. So this is our show, guys. We got 13 minutes. And that's what we have right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Whichever one you like. They're all here for a last call. We've only got a few short minutes left in the show. That's it. What from this Wednesday would you like to have? And everything's still been sale price to move. Everything has still been discounted for you. I hope you'll join me tomorrow and Friday. We're going to do this again. We're going to do this again on our Thursday night, and our Friday night, and our Saturday morning, and our Sunday morning. We're here Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday through Friday, those are evening shows. Saturday and Sunday, daytime. And we'll be here before football starts too. So there you go. Before my Bears play. Okay, I'm supposed to say my Rams, but my Rams and my Bears. Yeah, Saturday's a big day. Here we go. So yes, this is it, guys. This is our wheel of recaps. Let's get, I'm gone. Every single one's got to go before we do, and that's 12 minutes away. So there it is. Last chance, last call. Let's go for it if you have any questions. Obviously, there's assorted pricing. There's everything from $9.99 all the way on up to $69.99, and a lot of them are right in between. So this is where, again, I'll walk you through what's here, and then we're going to need your calls, because everything that's up here, every single last piece is a single last piece. It's a one of a kind. Everything is up there. We don't have two of anything up there. So when you claim it, it's gone. That's what we need you to do right now, is tell me what you like. We can give you the recap, because I know if you're going, I don't know what the carat weight is. Of course you don't. They were on earlier. I don't think you were here. That's okay. We're recapping them now. They still got to go. And if you got to condense a 3-hour show, it's like when you do, remember, anybody remember Cliff Notes? Or were they Cliff's Notes? Either way, Cliff Notes, like, you know, it was like the way you cheated before the exam. If you didn't read the book, they'd give you the Cliff's Notes and you'd like read those real quick. This is like your whole 3-hour show in a recap of 10 minutes. And that's okay. Listen, my mom said it yesterday. It's not how you finish, it's how you end. She said that in regards to sports, because her team didn't look so good in the beginning, but they ended up pulling out a win. This is what you're doing right now. It's not how we begin, it's how we finish. So we're going to sell the entire 3 hours worth of jewelry right now in 10 minutes. We got to, because we got to be here tomorrow and do it again. And we don't have this kind of jewelry tomorrow. So you let me know what you like. We'll help you out with it. But that's where we can give you the recap on all the carat weights, give you the price tag, try it on, do all the things that we do. But now is the time, because if you miss the boat, you miss the boat. These pieces aren't around tomorrow. That's the thing. We're 10 minutes away from saying goodnight. They're not here tomorrow. We're not keeping jewelry anymore. We're not going to be the show of reruns. We're going to just give them one chance. Most of you watch the show like every day, like 15 hours a week. You're here with us 3 hours, 5 times a week. You're here. You don't want to miss out. That's the key here. You can't miss out. I'm a shopper too. I love to shop places where if I'm not there at that moment, I'm going to miss out. That's how it works. So here's what we have. The earrings. These are the ear crawlers / drops. Yes. Alexandrite is gone. Congratulations, that is gone. I'll try it on for you in case you missed it. The item number, and I got bags and bags galore here, but the Alexandrite was here earlier, as all of these pieces were. The Alexandrite is one of our best. Look at it again on the hand. Wide band, great burnished diamonds. The Alexandrite is now spoken for. Well done, $29.99 on that one. And enjoy it. That's the 95 pointer. Come on, that's really good. So that one's gone. Congrats on that one. What else do we have? Alexandrite was 9067. Now we're going to fill it in. I think I might have something else to put up here in the middle. Which one, Joanna, are you thinking about? I've got our color change sphene I can add to the mix here as well. We did have that earlier in a pendant with a fancy cut diamond as well as your bail. So there's another great new designer pendant we had for you tonight with the color change sphene. That's almost 5 carats. In the color change sphene, we're a little busy on the phone line, so bear with us. It's going to take the 9 minutes to get through this wheel, but then everything should be and will be gone. So keep that in mind, and here we are. So that'll be that. Diamond earrings are still here, by the way. The princess cut earrings, the 3/4 inches we just showed you, they're still here for $13.99. The ruby is now gone. Congratulations, ruby's gone. This wheel should be completely gone in 8.5 minutes. When we go off the air, this wheel will be done. The ruby is, you got it, 111-9270. Congratulations, there it is on the hand. That one is only white gold. It was $13.99. Well done on the ruby. That is gone. We should now keep it going. Everything up here will go. There are several ideas that are under 1,000. It would be the aqua you see there. It would be the pink sapphire behind it. Those are each $999 for solid gold. We're not doing sterlings, platings, other mystery metals. This is all gold. Either 14 karat or 18 karat. I don't even have platinum up there, do I? No, nothing. All 18 karat gold, 14 karat gold options. Don't forget that yellow diamond piece to the left, that marquise shape with the multicolored mix. That's Ferrari. That is a great designer brand. That's your most affordable Ferrari we've ever had. It's only $11.99 for this marquise shape combination of pinks, yellows, oranges. And really, that's it. It's going to be the white diamonds on the very outside, but then inside that marquise pave, it's mostly yellows and pinks there and different tones of yellow. So who else is next? And remember, $19.99 on this gorgeous Counzite. We've got the 1888 blue zircon, $14.99 for the pendant here. This is $11.99 for the designer diamond ring there. The earrings, $16.99 for those white diamond earrings, $69.99 for the 14 karat 07 Tanzanite, $19.99 for the opal. This color change sphene pendant, new today, that was $39.99. That's almost 5 carats though. 5 carats almost in that color change sphene right here. So that's what that big, remember that was the 50-point yellow diamond up top. 1888, this is $9.99 for the pink sapphire, $9.99 for the aqua. This pendant, the Tanzanite fancy kite cut with the trillion yellow diamond as its bail, that's only $18.88. I'm still amazed that even lasted its first airing. So you've got that one for $18.88. The yellow diamond back here, $69.99, carat 81 that looks like a 3 or a 4 carat. A 3 or 4 carat could not be $7,000. Neither should a 181. But that stone is, and we are down to 6 minutes left in the broadcast. So whatever it is you've got questions on, listen, let us try it on for you. Let us give you the graphics, show you the details, tell you all about it. That's what's important right here and right now, is giving us a call, and everyone wants to always wait. We have 6 minutes left in the broadcast. Everyone loves to wait till the last minute. Please do not wait till the last literal minute. These will not be here. This is how this show goes. I can tell you, I do 5 of them a week. I've been doing it for 9 years. It's a lot of shows. It's a lot of hours. Here's how it works. Everyone loves to wait till the very last second. Do not wait. If you're waiting, you're going to miss out. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to get in on the value. So come on over, take a look, and we're going to make them really, 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 really go. So everything's got to. Here's our last call on the show. 5 minutes left. Let's get all these out the door. You've seen them all fully presented tonight. This is what we have left. It is everything we have left outside the brooch that I'm not going to, it doesn't sit on its own. That's $9.99. How is the brooch / pendant still here for $9.99? I don't know, but it's 18 karat gold. Look at that from a distance away. That's star rubies, diamonds, 18 karat gold, 75% pure, and that's here for $9.99. Do not let that pendant pass you by. It's going to go to somebody tonight. I think that's quite clear. We know somebody's taking that pendant. Brooch, combination, it's both. There's so many ways to wear it. You're going to think of new ways all the time, new places to put it, new ways to add it to your collection, new ways to let it accessorize your look that day. I mean, I'll tell you, people don't believe me, but there is something so special about a brooch. Take it from someone. Oh, I carry one with me every day. I got to tell you, it's mostly, you find a lot of brooches out there, they're designer costume jewelry, and they cost a fortune. They cost more than $9.99. We're doing fine jewelry, 18 karat gold. Remember that was like 2 inches in length in 18 karat gold with fine star rubies and big diamonds, and it's under $1,000. So this is not the norm. This is just me continuing a sale, because after you do 2.5 months straight of a sale every single day, you got to keep it going. So this is what I'm doing here. That's why you best deserve to call in, ask about these details, don't just assume they're all going to be too much money. They're all on sale. They're all affordable. They're all here for you right now before somebody else gets them. Here's the one other piece I didn't have up here was the conch pearl from earlier. This one is wild. It's a 107. So good size round conch pearl. It's in platinum with the platinum chain included. That's the 107 conch pearl with 16 points in diamonds. It's only $12.99. So we still are just giving away jewelry. Giving away jewelry, the only thing we know how to do here. So call me. We're now in the last 3.5 minutes. So it's getting really busy. Like I told you, everyone loves to wait. Listen, I'm the president of the Procrastination Nation. So I'm all for waiting, but just know that you're going to run the risk of missing out on your piece if you're waiting too long. And that conch pearl is in a necklace. You get the chain, you get the pendant, all removable from each other, so you can use the chain with other things. You can use the pendant on another chain if you want to, but that is only $12.99 for an over 1 carat round conch pearl. So that's one that should go as well. So that stays in the platinum, but we love our white metals. And again, that one sounds like that may be gone. So this is last call. Yes, $19.99 for the, okay, so the Counzite's gone as well. Thank you so much. Counzite, thank you for the request there on that one, because that was fun to bring out. I know it didn't go to the requester, but that's really nice that it definitely got a home in 877. That was 9349 on the Counzite. Well done there. Sounds like our Tanzanite's verifying both the pendant and the ring. They actually work well together. While they're not the same exact cut, they do work really, really well together because, well, the fancy kite cut is still going to give a lot of step faceting here, like you see in the emerald cut back here. So they do work well together if you wanted to just have that pairing, and then you're ready to go. You've got the set, you're ready. You are neckline, finger, all covered in Tanzanite, best of the best. Wow, we don't have many left. So that's a really good time to pick that up. Yes, the aqua, this is our aqua pendant. That's only $14.99, goes with the emerald cut we had earlier in the ring, but I do still have a ring. If you want that last of the aquas, that's the $9.99 in gold, 3-stone style in our aquamarine pear shape. So 2 options here, still going to be under $1,000. That would be both the pink sapphire in the marquise cut and that fabulous aquamarine pear shape. So let me know on either of those. So there are options under $1,000. Also, the brooch is still here. The brooch pendant combination with the star rubies, that is here for under $1,000 as well. Also, our last Sarari, this is the Sarari piece. I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful ring that is. And look at this on the hand. This is a full 41 points in multicolored diamonds, and it's in a lot of gold. That one's only $11.99. So we've got that last piece there from that entire collection. I think, gosh, if that doesn't go, that'd be our first ever of the Sarari pieces that's stuck around. So don't want you to wait too long on that one. That has 41 points in diamonds. It's in solid yellow gold. It's down below $1,200, so it's only $11.99 for that one. Let me know if you'd like it. We're here for a couple minutes via the phones. The show will go off the air in 49 seconds. We're here for a couple minutes at that phone number after the show goes off the air to continue to help you with any requests or questions you have about tonight. We're back tomorrow night, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 7 p.m. Central time, and 8 p.m. Eastern, and we hope you'll join us for that. As always, a lot of fun on Thursday nights, and we'll get you really good values. Keep them going. We'll keep those sale event pricing going, just like we did tonight for you, and we'll have a blast. So that'll be coming up tomorrow at 5, same as Friday night at 5 as well. Remember, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights are at 5 o'clock Pacific in the evenings, and our weekends are during the day at 10 a.m. Pacific. We got 3 hours with you Wednesday through Sunday each day, okay? So we're on our last call. Thanks so much for being with me tonight. I'm Lauren. Nice to have you with us as always. Thanks for watching. Thanks for shopping, and enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow.